along with me.
Hello! Hello! How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Hello! It is time to ban everything.
Oh fuck.
Riku, I'm banning those shades.
No.
I'm doing it.
How dare.
Here I go.
No.
I will kill you and your
do
entire
that.
family.
If you ban Riku's shades, then you have to ban your charismatic shoes.
Also, your own visor would have to
Fucking
go.
Yeah, I want to know what that meant too. What's
Yeah, I'm lost too.
Yeah, just ignore her for now. It's fine.
Listen, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just standing up for Riku and kind of hoping what I say makes
It's too
sense.
late. I banned his shades. They're gone now.
Oh my god, it's a massacre.
I can just get new shades. It's
They're
not like I've not been
gone!
wearing shades.
They're out of here.
Cool.
Riku, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Riku, we'll get through this.
I think you're more hurt about this than me.
Cry.
I think you're the one crying.
Riku, I'll get this again.
I'm going to go to my room.
It's understandable.
But yes,
Everything
hello
okay?
everybody. We're here today, traumatizing people, but also playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe you heard of it.
Yeah, we're
same
very
difference.
efficient like that.
It's time for some 5Darps, and I think we're just gonna jump directly into the room now that
We're
we've
jumping
taken
into
away
room?
Riku's shades.
Can't
Habya.
believe that.
Well, you shouldn't have got
How
art
we
without the shades
doing?
on.
Yeah, I can get both. What's wrong with
I
getting
know you
both?
can get both. If you get both, I'm gonna use both.
Yeah, that's
Hell
fine.
Yeah.
But yes, hello. We're in the room.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't think anything has been added or subtracted much since last week. I have been making some other new cards. I don't think I can show any of them. I'm gonna check and see if any of
Go
these
into
are.
the store about it.
I'll check and see if any of these are good to show or not. Because some of them need things.
Who's been sending porn?
Literally zero of them. Literally zero of them I can show.
Well, it's, we have more time
Almost
to
stop
grab each
sending
other's hands
porn.
about. What? I'm not. No, just shut up.
That seems like you're dodging.
I'm dodging your mom.
Oh shit!
Got him.
You know what?
That's right.
Emergency call.
You know what? I'll show one card that we haven't seen, but is a card you guys can get. You guys just didn't get it, I don't think.
Okay, let's see.
This is in the same
see.
pack as the one that was as all the ones you guys pulled earlier.
Is it me?
Wow.
We've not gotten woman.
Wait,
Woman.
Yeah, we've not gotten this one.
Woman.
Yeah.
Woman.
That's
Oh,
just,
new. Oh my God, it's a shiny ass woman.
that's
That's a very
just
shiny woman.
Kabuki from One Punch Man.
If you look
What's
at
she doing here?
if you look at the thing, it is a synchro monster that is also a tuner, but also it is treated as a normal monster when it's face up on the field.
And she's psychic too. What is she doing here?
Hey,
It's a rush card, man.
Yay.
She counts as a normal monster. Oh fuck yeah, dude.
She counts as a normal 1800 4-star.
Mhm.
Yay.
There also can be considered a non-tuner monster when used for a synchro summon.
Hey.
So you don't have to even use them as a tuner if you don't want to.
I wish I was.
Oh, and she could also. Wait, could you just be brought out with Altered World Fusion too? Wait.
No.
No. That would be treated as a fusion. / target for Altered World.
Ultra World
Whereas this
Fusion
is
has
just
to
normal
be
monster.
Ultra World Fusion. You have to use a fusion monster
Yeah.
that doesn't have an effect
Yes.
unless it says
Oh,
otherwise.
yeah. All cards specifically.
But
This is just a synchro normal monster. Nothing else.
but it's second effect. How do you use that then?
This target can be a target for any randomly summoned card from the extra that meaning. Oh yeah, then yeah, it can. You can't
Oh,
get
yeah.
on me for fucking this bullshit, Emerald. We just
I was
talked about
curious
this before
about it.
game. I can't be trusted.
I was curious
the
about what that
woman!
meant.
They're banning. I'm banning them now because of you.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'll ban you.
Looks like I can't ban them. I thought there was a back to this, but there is not.
I was not expecting flip
They're a man now. The man known as.
Hey, Emerald.
Yeah.
No,
I'm gonna flip you off.
no, listen, no.
But yes, it can be used. It can be a target for Alter World.
Nellis.
Yeah. Look at that. Very fun. Very fun.
Hell yeah.
That being said,
What
hello everybody. That is the card of the day. Does anybody want to tell me what happened last game though? We're gonna talk about last time.
Fuck yeah, man.
Who wants
So
to
last
do
time,
it? You.
I rewatched the episode. Surprisingly, a lot less happened than we usually like have happened.
To be fair, there was a lot of drama in the
A
singular
lot
scene.
happened, but
Yeah.
also very little happened.
Just make stuff up to fill in the fucking time. I need to go.
You
get
want me to
food.
make filler?
Yes.
No, don't make filler. We're
Each
not
episode,
doing that.
Each episode.
So
How dare you.
How? Like,
last time in 5Darps.
Chronicles.
I mean, it's Chronicles. It is no Chronicles.
Annihilation.
Happened.
Yeah.
You're an
There we
annihilation,
go.
but we're supposed to say 5Darps become human.
Has it been 10 episodes?
I don't know how long it's
I think-
been.
I think so.
So yeah, we're
Technically.
on Become Human then. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
If that's the one that we're going with, then we're on Become
Yeah, I
Human.
don't think I would stick to that, but
We
No,
can
we're
find
gonna
a better
stick
one
with
at the
it.
end of the recap, maybe.
okay, fine.
Five
So last
evil.
time in 5Darps, we continue on our merry quest for the tournament, which we happen to be in. We notice, a couple of people doing their stuff. We notice that Titan is here.
Yeah.
Titan's here.
Look at him. Oh, where'd he go?
I am getting my beach pod ready for
That's
the
his
filler.
sound.
Are you over here?
And also, we effectively get a confirmation that, the fights for the crawlers are getting a little bit rigged, a little bit, beat down
A
gets
little
to
bit.
fight for the 20th time. This is the last 3 days.
What do you mean it's rigged?
I'm just saying, I suppose we're supposed to have two different duels. I think Beatdown's like 14 in the past 3 days.
You just feels
He's a
like
hustler.
it just feels like that because we keep changing the fucking rankings of everything. We keep changing the duels around.
You're right, it's our fault.
I agree.
It's our fault. We
You
did
should have just
this.
used the regular thing, and then everything would have been terrible.
Should have just let Beatdown fucking cook you.
Let him
Beatdown's
cook.
like, man, I am having a lot of my first duel today.
Anyway, we finally get to see the Dark World again as Pit and Piper participate in a duel. We managed to get through it because most of the cards for Dark World are in the Master Duel set. I appreciate the silence that followed after that.
No, I was waiting for the second part of the joke.
No, that's the joke. It's really incredible how a lot of cards are in the other pack. Thankfully, that would have never come up. I say, staring at the wall. So, after that, they talk a little bit, and free drinks and several conversations later, we found out that she was holding an entire Grapha. This fellow right here, this very polite fellow. It's a whole spirit. But it also might be the only card in that deck that was real.
Kinda, man.
The rest of them were ghosts. And again, free drinks and a conversation later. She gets sent all the way back to Neo Domino Pit, and freed from, the eternal look of having to be some kind of weird puppet toy for Moriard. And, also gets +1 deck. And we have Grapha now. It's unclear this is a good thing. It probably is not, considering the background music that played through most
It
of
was
it.
brought up after stream last week, but that was also the last copy of Thriller Killer that the group had in that deck.
Yeah.
So that means that the spirit of Thriller Killer is also with Pit.
Yep.
Bitches.
Good news, everyone! I can have sex again! Sits down.
Again.
Well, I don't want to think. I don't want to think about that. That's sad.
Yeah. You really have to pick them, don't you?
So yeah, so we removed Thriller Killer from the list of spirits here. There is no
He's
longer
gone.
a
We only
Thriller
have
Killer
Guilty
here.
and Apollo, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Yeah, I mean technically Grappa should be here, but you don't know his thing. Also, even though he is a spirit, he technically hasn't agreed to do any assisting for you yet. So
No, he has. It turns out he's a really chill guy. We promise. All those cards that were in the other deck. Well, they were kind of ghosts of what, like a million Candillion were more like a half a decade ago. He was imprisoned, and he's like, can you? Apparently, these guys still stay. Yeah, these guys are still in your trading card game. So if you could maybe collect those for me, and then free me. And I was like, well, that's this sounds like a decent deal. I'm sure this will have no repercussions. So that happened. For everyone else, it looked like Piper just fucking murdered someone in cold blood.
And then had a seizure.
We had to so we had to stop everything.
It's okay you killed someone, but were you drinking just powder of G Fuel instead of putting it in a liquid?
What? It's good. The liquid is in my mouth.
What? What?
What?
Someone just said it was good. Piper.
Well,
I would like to say that my character does not represent me in any way.
Piper, I'm glad Thriller Killer's not around because you getting me all in a way.
Piper's eating this and about to unleash the most unholiest fucking image.
You getting me all in a way, Piper. Let's go.
Let's go. Anyway, after that, we're like, well, we were gonna have a little bit of a break because now they're doing the losers bracket. Maybe, potentially, hopefully, at this point, if no more bullshit happens. So it's like maybe we can go, do the thing. The thing being, we left an entire vanities over there chilling.
Rabosi says water dilutes the fuel.
I'm tired of this. I need maximum fuel. I'm not putting water in it.
Just in case people don't understand, this is a joke. Do not actually eat G Fuel in this manner.
Yeah, at least put it in ice cream.
Put it in water.
Fuel is gamer, so if I have the water, that's the G. I'm not a gamer.
Listen,
The G is stand for anything.
it'll probably.
Okay,
never
point
mind.
is, we're basically almost done. Let me just power through.
Yeah.
Anna talks to Crystal and is like, she's like, well, the fucking dramaturgy of the whole thing that I was doing here is kind of ruined, thanks guys. But we were going to bring out, forth some spirits of a bunch of cards that I read up in my dream journal. If you guys still want them, you can come and pick them up. And then I was like, okay. By the way, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there where Vanities is, and we're gonna ask some things. And you gonna talk to him? And he's like, no, he has the door closed and he won't talk to anyone. He has been listening to nothing but grunge music until you show back up. And it's like, well, you know what? All right.
I had to find her. I didn't know where she was. She was where she's always at.
That's her ability. After that, Priska proceeds to, do I have to say it out loud? This happens every 4 episodes.
Yes.
Say it.
Okay. Priska has an entire bit with a collar.
Yeah.
And
she continues to be baby girl.
She baby girl likes it. And I mean, I'm surprised that Priska's been able to have the same like realization 4 times in the past 4 weeks.
What a bottom.
It's like every single time we find out she's a lesbian. And it's like, no, we know. You can stop coming. You can stop coming out now. It's not
You
like
don't have to keep going back in. You just.
Well, you can stay out.
Now we're finding the niches. We're getting deeper into the lesbian. Now we have to find out what kind of lesbian food they like.
What kind of lesbian food? What?
Tacos.
Like she has her
Clams. Enrico talks to Venus and is like, you know what, we're gonna do this. Good luck on your duel. By the way, that thing I said about, you know, like, you know, that guy's his girlfriend. I was joking. I was making a goof. I was joking, and she's like, finally, $20. Mars, pay up right now. Give them to me on my fucking back. They've been betting on Riku. Which is really the only way to deal with him. And then the whole team, you know, went all the way over to find. Well, we were going home, but also we're going to at some point stop to get the Dreamer's Travers woman that never sleeps.
Yeah, they're fine.
No, she's fine. She lives there now, and you know. We'll decide what happens later, and that was the end of session.
Hey!
Again, not a lot happened. Like, one thing happened, but it was a very
There was a
big
thing.
Yeah.
One big thing happened.
We have to find out what their lesbian drink is.
You know
What the fuck's a lesbian drink, Priska?
You can have 2 art inspirations and 1 pipe inspiration.
And now they gotta figure out what their lesbian detergent is when doing their lesbian laundry.
Their lesbian laundry?
Because you can't just do like straight on laundry now. You have to tilt the laundry. I don't know. Help me.
By the way, did you take a different version of this card, or is this just the card that you should have?
I don't know. It's just here.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, thanks.
What a funny guy.
He's such a funny,
funny guy.
Such a good lad.
He's such a comedian.
That graphic.
I'm sure he's a chill guy, and he's not putting a magnifying scope to his text. Dark Destruction on the roller upon a moral card.
He is. Also, look at him. He's a centaur dragon.
He's a whole fella.
He's a whole fella.
He's a great guy at parties.
He's a Gaia card. Obviously, he's a centaur.
As you guys would make your way off and away from the area, noting that you have to drop people off before you can even hope to go and collect all of the shit that is over at the Dreamer's Traverse lady, Aurora. That's their name. Cause Sleeping Beauty, haha, funny. Anyway, but you guys have to make your way back home before you can do much of anything there. You also have some unconscious people with you. I think exactly 1 unconscious people. I thought you had 2 more unconscious people. Than that. Was there 2? Who's the other one?
Yeah, Runner and the
Runner, where the fuck are you? Oh, you're over here. Okay, I wasn't scrolled over enough. Mars, get closer. Come on. As you guys would all make your way back towards your guys' area, we're gonna move you guys off of the city map here and just bring you guys over toward the thing here. You guys would pull up to your zones. Currently, I don't believe anyone is inside. Most people would be out with you guys, so
yes,
figure it out. How you guys gonna get inside?
Obviously, someone has to run, jump, and grab onto the ladder.
Okay.
Chris, get down.
you know what? Riku will give it a shot.
Riku, how do you want to try to get in?
That actually hurt my hand.
I think try sliding down this the
Yeah, the little
tunnel
underground
part
area.
and then make my way up the ladder.
Well, you
I
know the
believe.
ladder isn't down.
Right. Okay. Climb and jump.
Wait a minute, how about we close it if we were here?
Yeah.
That's a question, isn't it?
Ask Gear Bluetooth is enabled to
Oh,
take the
fuck.
drawbridge down.
Is anybody still here?
Donkey Kong.
I'm
Jr.
going
is
to
the-
assume that Bitcoin put the ladder.
There we go.
Bitcoin.
Good
He
job,
can't hear us, he
Bitcoin.
has air
Bitcoin's
Yeah.
a good boy.
Making sure no one comes in after you guys. Make sure no one gets into your secret spot. You can
Unfortunately,
try
Bitcoin can't hear us
Mhm.
because they're listening to their anime openings.
if you want to, Riku.
Yes.
You could try to jump and try to grab onto what is somewhat partially down from the ladder. If you jump from up here, you run the risk of bodily injury.
hmm
If you jump from the bottom, it'll be a much harder jump.
Bodily injury. Let's go.
You gonna run the risk of bodily injury?
Yeah. I mean, what's bodily
First
injury?
happen.
Yeah.
So there's also another thought in my head
What's up,
before
man?
you do this. So so Piper sure has a funny kunai with chain.
Piper does have a nice little grapple hook.
I can give you my dual disc. Don't expect me to do it though. I feel like if I
Hold
do it,
on.
I'll just hit the wall and die.
As Riku's like, hold on, I have to prove myself. Prove yourself to what? Prove myself.
I can take the grappling hook. That might make things easier.
You can just grab it. Here you go.
Do you want to attempt to grapple hook your way over?
Yeah.
You do. That is the one use of grapple hook for the day.
Yeah, man. You know I was using it so much, but my bones disintegrated.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to pull it out during a riding duel later in the tournament. Everyone freaks the fuck out.
You just fucking grapple onto the back of someone's fucking wheel like, you ain't
You
going
guys-
nowhere.
You guys know that gif that goes around of like the person on like one of those like moving things that you can grapple onto around like a place and they're just like dead in the fucking hangar?
The funny thing is, I don't think you can use it with your dual disc or with your dual runner, because your dual runner
'cause
is
it's a junk.
yours is a modified junk rider, which means yours is a hybrid model, which means you have to put your dual disc on your bike when it is in use, which means you can't use the grapple function.
It is unfortunate, but it is true.
Unfortunate.
One day.
One day. The only one here I don't think that has a hybrid model, I think, is technically Priska doesn't have a hybrid model because Priska's was made after a sector security bike. And I don't think Riku's is not a hybrid model. Riku's is a regular model. Yeah, those two are regular. Piper's and technically also Otto's are hybrid models.
I can't believe Riku and I are diet.
And all of the junk ones obviously are hybrid models.
You're a hybrid.
But yes, you get to the other side, Riku. You're here. You do your thing. You want to go and press the button?
Riku, stop crying about losing your shades. Riku.
Yeah, I'd like to press the button.
Riku, you make your way inside. You go on your way to go press the button. As you do, I'm gonna do a secret roll.
Cool.
Secret.
Neat. I did it.
You did it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. You press the button, you let them all in. As the four dual runners would make their way inside, getting themselves a little park over in the line of themselves. One thing you will note, Otto,
Yeah.
Your bike is over there.
Squint.
Look at that bike. Look at that over there bike.
The bike just gives you a blink blink.
Just it's over there by the light directly shining upon, like just to get your attention.
It's got a boom.
Dramatic light flood.
It's got its radio on. It's playing "Baby Come Back."
You guys will see, getting off of Piper's dual runner, Mars will be carrying Runner up to the top. Just fucking throwing him over her shoulder, walking up to the top up there. At that same level, I'm guessing one of you would grab Daniel here, though I'm not entirely sure what you're gonna do with him.
My bones! Why am I lifting him? Ah! I'm kidding.
We would probably make sure. Should we tie him up or just put him somewhere like isolated?
We can put him down in the subway somewhere.
You're right. You do have a prison car down there.
We do have
a prison.
We have a prison car.
Priska and Piper can tell you all about the prison car you guys have.
Oh yeah. Streaking too. He locked himself in there to fry and gaslight us. It was great.
I mean, damn.
That's essentially what happened. Yeah. By the way, Cole would not be here. As soon as you guys would get over here, Cole would allow the ladder to go down, and he would bid you all a good day as he would be making his way back over toward the portal, like he said he was going to. So he is going to be making his way down the area that way. But who is going to be moving Daniel, and are you going to take him to the prison car?
Yeah, I'll move into the prison car.
All right, it's time to take him down to the prison car.
Prison guy.
And unfortunately for him, he does not have an Apollo to help him.
Riku, you make your way to the prison car? You do.
Cool.
He's there.
You did it.
He's
Congratulations.
in it.
Also, can I check if there's anything on him? Or is he just like that?
Like most of the others who get yeeted out by the darkness, there is not a ton left on him. And this isn't even like a directly afterwards thing, so you can't just be like, oh, maybe it hasn't disappeared yet. Look, going through his stuff, he doesn't even seem to have a deck on him.
Remove his dual disc because he won't need that currently.
You remove his dual disc. Do you remove his dark concealing cloak or protecting cloak? All right. As you remove his dark protecting cloak, you will find a guy.
Bum bum bum.
Dun dun dun.
Some schmuck.
You did it.
It's well. I'll put the cloak in my bag for later. I have a bag.
Let me go ahead and make a little state here for Daniel. There you go, Daniel. Now you are our regular guy.
Now you're just some guy.
As you take that off of him, you leave him in here. His dark disc discarded to the side. You close the doors to your prison car and you make your way back up, I'm guessing?
Yep. Got nothing else to do.
You would make your way back up. The others, as you would be just getting everything sort of around here ready. Everyone will be going off to their own directions, their own things that they wish to do and see. As you guys are around and now in the center area on your own, and Riku goes to take a person off to a place, what is it you guys would like to do or potentially prepare to do? Right now, there are several places you guys can go, including going and collecting the lady, as well as going off into either one of the directions to go to your spirits, either toward where Gadon is, not Gadon, fucking
That's the third one, a new one.
But Gadon is a character from fucking Zelda. Anyway, but you can make your way off toward them, or you could go off toward where the portals are. And finally, there is also just a bunch of potential areas around you can potentially make your way to, including Otto's, Unkunk's place, and other things of that nature. So, what would you guys like to do? You're not here.
Cool.
You're coming up. We'll
It's
get
fine.
to you in a second.
Cool.
Nerd.
I'm not here.
Damn.
I just... All right, you're here now, because no one else will.
No. They make that decision. I'm in time stasis.
Oh, okay, all right, goodbye.
I'm showing Dingus Riku right now. You guys need to open the box.
Oh, fuck. Oh, there goes.
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
I've been talking and being like, just to make sure. Okay, I'll wait. Just to make sure. Okay, I'll wait. Just to be sure. Anyway, just to be sure.
Anyway, so you guys are... Sorry.
We're in resist.
Just to be sure, we are like 99.9% sure that if we start doing stuff, the tournament's not gonna fuck us over.
Yes. Because at the moment, each of you have already had your duel today. So at least until tomorrow, you guys are fine. However, they've also decided that they're probably going to give you guys an extra day off because of things. But also, all of you have completed your 2 duels. So there's really nothing else for them to do to screw you
Yeah,
over.
we're done.
In that case, Gear, now that we have some time, there's a place I want to take you to. I want to see if you can examine it. Does anyone want to join me? You know, the place we went to with Otto?
That doesn't make it very short, Priska. You're gonna have to be a little bit
in
more
the
specific.
underground with the dangerous thing.
That still doesn't narrow it down, Priska.
The bomb room.
Oh, the bomb room.
Okay, no one's panicking. We're good.
You found a bomb?
Yeah,
I believe
seems
that's
weird.
illegal.
Sure is.
Definitely illegal, and it seems to have something to do with the timing of the tournament and the police, and I want you to be able to examine, because there's a computer we weren't able to access. I want to see if you'll be able to access it.
Why would I be able to access it? Because I'm a computer?
Because you're
I'm
good
playing
at your
with
job.
you. I probably can.
Well, that's why I was saying, because you're good at your job. You're good at what you do.
I believe that if you have any sort of interface for me to mess about with, I could potentially go through it. It
All
might
right,
take me
does
some time.
That sounds good. Does anyone want to join me? It's gonna be some underground shenanigans again.
You say it's so casual, like it wasn't a bomb.
I'm trying my best here to not panic, Piper.
I will say, if there are 2 different things on my mind. On the one hand, if there is something down there that has any information that any of you could use, it would be much easier if all of you were in the same area, especially since I'll be underground and potentially won't be able to contact you all extremely quickly. On the other hand, it is a bomb, so if all of us are in the same area, if it explodes, we'll all be dead.
Yeah.
At the very least, it's on a powered timer, so when the power goes completely off and empty, then it's probably going to explode from what we've seen.
Oh.
And I plugged it into the wall, so it and the room has power, so
Well,
shrug.
yeah, that's another thing. I have to make sure it's still plugged in, because if it's not, then there's a chance that someone
Hold
has
on,
gone in
alright,
after
hold
us.
on. Not to stop everything, but do any of us even know the passcode for that thing?
I think that's why Priska wants to bring the AI friend down there.
Oh, to lick it. Okay, I understand. Not lick the wall, not the bomb. I understand. I'm picked up now.
Yes.
And if Gear has trouble with it, we could probably try to see if Dr. Redo might know anything. He seems like the kind of guy that would know a lot of random things.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
Renato, you
have
want
that
to do
book
something
for a bit.
weird?
He's not here.
Oh.
He didn't come with us.
He hasn't finished all of his duels.
Yeah.
Aw, man. I wanted to talk science with him. Oh well, different time.
Because you have taken a bit of time to explain that, Riku will be making his way back up here. As Riku, you do approach, they seem to be talking about bombs.
Personally, I think the Bomb Battlefield had really fantastic music.
What are you talking about?
I was
Mario 64, yeah!
I was thinking of when we go back to the spirit world, maybe we talk to some of the people in the battle world. Maybe they might know or have someone that can, I don't know, identify bombs better than what we can do.
I mean, we'd have to find a way to. I mean,
We could probably talk to Cyber
yeah.
Commander, right?
Maybe.
Though that might take some more time. Depends on what we want to do, really.
I guess it just depends on how much time this bomb has before it, you know, explodes. Or the person that put it there comes back to check on it because, you know, they were apparently refueling it by hand.
That's what I'm saying.
We know we're agreeing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you all like to take me down there to it? Or do you not want to risk everyone exploding at once?
I think if we have people in different locations, that might.
Uh-oh.
Let's just risk it all, you know?
I'm just saying, if we can't do anything, it seems you guys have a lot you need to do too, so I'll go with gear for this one. You guys can do what you need to do, and if there's no results, then it's not like all of us being there are going to make more results. We were all already there before, and we didn't have results, so, you know.
Yep. And besides,
Yeah,
I don't think I can
fair.
punch a bomb, so.
I mean,
I think I can, but
You
Yeah.
can, once.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll be helpful in that situation.
Then you two go down there then to look at that bomb.
Yeah.
It's also weird to say there's the bomb underneath us.
Hold on, for this situation, where's my lab coat? I want to wear the lab coat for this one.
But then you lose your hair.
Hold on, I have to cut my hair.
Shit. We'll have to do art later of long hair.
I mean, we had long hair, Priska. That was
We
the
did.
first one we had.
That is very true, but I'm not making it right now.
Assume it's there. All
We're
right.
going to make it later.
I don't know. It looks like your lab coat is in the wash after spilling all that black goop on it before. Anyway.
Oh, not the black goop.
The darkness scoop.
The darkness scoop.
This is what I get for jumping into chasms.
You guys want to make your way down then, the two of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Priska
Little
and Gear will be
bitches!
making their
I'm
way
kidding.
down. What about the rest of you? With your oh so important other things apparently you have to do.
Oh, so
Yeah,
important other
apparently
things of checking out my bike and why the fuck it's been moved.
I mean, you could go check out your bike, I guess.
I am your bike and I have moved.
What about Riku? What about Riku and Piper? What are you guys doing?
Don't we have someone's stuff to pick up?
You could.
We do have that, yeah. So we just go and do that.
Yeah, I was hoping to speak to. Yeah, we'll do that first.
I
Clear my
will
mind.
say, there was, if you guys remember, a lot of large boxes that were there, and most of them were filled with parts for dual runners.
So we're very heavy.
You may need more than just the two of you to get everything.
Bitcoin.
You know, Grace might want to ride a bike. Maybe I don't know.
You want to ask Grace?
Mars too, maybe. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, Mars doesn't have to watch their unconscious friend or anything. It's fine.
Fine. Ooh. Look at this.
That was an actual response
Breaking
from
my
Mars.
arm.
You should have had that in character. Just let
Breaking
Riku
my
keep digging
arms,
their
you know?
hole. It's a really big hole. We might be able to.
It's like, hey, Mars, you want to come? Yeah, it's like I was watching my
If he's sleeping, he can
Sorry.
sleep. He's fine.
Here, hold
It's not
on.
like,
Before we finalize everything, then I just want to see over here really quick. Hey, Otto, what you doing, man? You're looking at this?
Yeah, he is examining his bike. What has changed with the bike that has moved over here?
Oh, well, it's better. Well, it has more light.
Yeah. It's sweating because it had to run all the way over here.
I see.
Looking it over, there doesn't really seem to be much of anything. There's not even a speed. The speed world card isn't even on there because you have that one, I believe.
I do have that one.
Yeah, it's just bike. Look at that bike.
Aw, I'm realizing what's happening.
Bike.
It feels bad that Thriller Killer isn't haunting Piper anymore, so the bike's gonna haunt Otto now.
No,
Aw.
that's not the thing. Shut up and go talk to a bomb.
Okay, later, bitches. Scientifically.
I think they would have said if they were messing with the bike when they arrived. So why did you move? Well, when all else fails, get on the bike.
The radio turns on. I don't want to live without your love.
You go to get on the bike. As you do, you place your speed world card on top bike.
Mhm.
As you get ready, you brace yourself. You put your helmet appears on your head, and nothing happens.
He nods, knowing that this would happen no matter what. Damn, I'm bad with animals in roleplay. I'm even worse with literal and animate fucking objects.
A bike is a beast.
It's the beast gear of the beast gear world.
Try feeding it.
Otto,
Oh,
it hasn't been really listening to you for like quite a bit, man.
it really hasn't.
There's like something. There's something that's just super up with it. There's something super up, man.
You know, it'd be really funny
What's that?
if it's just like out of fuel and we just have not refueled it at all.
There's what fuel?
Exactly.
There's no such thing as fuel. Everything
Well-
runs off dueling energy here.
Well, there is
Mhm.
one kind
You
of
need some
fuel,
D fuel.
like the G fuel it did.
But no, it doesn't seem like there's much of anything really going on here. Someone moved it or it moved itself, but your inspection of it doesn't really seem to bring anything new up.
Then I guess there's not much to be done about it. So I guess he will join the others and
Well, okay,
win
bye.
that crusade. All right, bye. Goodbye. One day you'll tell me your fucking secrets. I guess I don't
Still
fucking
not
know.
answering to you, Otto.
Hmm.
Still not answering to you.
Still not.
I mean, it's one of those like shadow duelist bikes, right?
Yeah, it worked before.
I mean,
now
we
it
have a
stopped
guy down
working.
there.
I have this cloak. That was gonna help.
I don't know if the cloak goes with the suit.
Is that the issue we have right
Is
now? It's
it-
just a matter of.
I'm having a
aesthetic.
funny issue with it by not trying to think too hard about everything.
Do you want to try to do anything with the cloak?
I mean, if you'll let me try, I guess it wouldn't hurt technically.
I'll hand over the cloak.
You hand the cloak over to Otto. Otto, do you put it on?
Sure.
You put it on and you make your way back over here toward the bike. As you do, you get upon it. You put in your speed world card. Otto, roll me for your potential.
Sure, champ.
See, all you had to do was put on. You had to hide your hair. It realized its power and it was afraid of you.
Oh, that's not a good roll. How could
Roll
this
me
happen
one more
to
time.
me? Oh, okay.
Roll me one more time.
Okay.
All right.
You are. Mhm.
So 11. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just use the auto success.
Alrighty. I will say, Frozen Flame, that was a little bit late on that one, but I know that there is delay in some cases, but that was a little late. We'll hold on to that one for a bit. But with the auto success, you do it with the bare minimum amount of success. As you look over toward said bike, it does seem to somewhat light up. The screen begins to turn on. You do find that there is a slight response from it this time. However, the engine does not turn on. Nothing actually starts as you are sitting upon this. There is something, however, as you look into this and as you feel the bike responding to you, Otto, you find that there is a slight pain that you feel. Let me get some better music for your pain.
This is pretty chill music
5
for having
seconds
pain.
ago, I guess rolling won't hurt.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
As Otto, you feel a pain, a very familiar pain. As you feel it, it almost reminds you of back whenever you were in that dark path, that passageway that you were dragged into whenever Patch had gone through everything. You feel that wound that Wicked Phantom Dealer had apparently gotten rid of for all of you, seemingly for a second, as if like a phantom pain open up again. You guys would note whenever Otto sits over on this bike, the cloak of darkness that is around him seems to immediately smoke and dissipate.
Huh?
As Riku, that cloak is gone.
Yep, I saw that coming. Don't worry.
Otto.
Fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher. We
While
don't have a fire extinguisher.
You're not here.
Oh, I actually did leave. Okay.
Yeah, you left. Otto, because you succeeded that roll, you are going to be gaining a single willpower. Look at you, not having a negative.
I no longer have a negative in the stat, guys.
You did
Look at
it!
this. Wow.
This is
Oh,
actually
fuck.
a momentous occasion. We should lift you up. You're normal now.
You feel that same feeling you have felt at that time. You feel that same strangely satisfied, very like a feeling of animosity coming from all about you. That wound, that feeling of something attacking at you afterwards, that very strange feeling of death that came across you. As that had happened, it quickly goes right away. However, Piper and Riku, both of you guys would have noticed this, and you also see Otto grip over. I think you were you the one that was beheaded? You weren't
I was
beheaded.
literally beheaded.
Yeah, you were beheaded. Okay. You see that his hand going to his neck, and you also see Otto falling from the bike.
Hey,
Otto.
you alright?
Otto, the pain again goes away as quickly as it came.
I felt like a phantom pain of when we got attacked by Patch.
Mm.
And that feeling again. That weird, satisfied, but filled with animosity
Satisfied?
feeling. I guess the whatever
I
dark
will
thing...
remind you that this was a feeling you got after Patch did what he did. So you're decently sure it was not the monster that did that to you, nor was it Patch. It was some other third
A secret
party.
third thing.
Some other third thing, I guess.
You guys would also find, as you guys are sitting there, that smoke that had came off from Otto, as well as off from the cloak that was around him, seems to still be coming off of the bike.
Sorry about the cloak.
It's okay. You should probably check your bike.
Yeah, that thing's
turned-
smoking.
It turned on, but it's not.
Otto, looking back at said bike, as Riku and Piper, you guys would as well, you see bloop, the darkness
You got
completely
exercise.
the darkness completely leaves the bike.
Wow.
The frame of the bike seems to look exactly just like a normal junk bike. However, you would see that it does still have the advanced regulator slot that was put into it. So there is still that. However, it is very much whatever that darkness was, whatever that almost sentient feeling to this thing was, seems to be gone.
You said something felt satisfied, right?
Yeah.
There's something trying to eat your darkness.
I guess. Which I can only think of a couple things that would actually try to do that.
Yeah, whatever it is. If it is what you're thinking, they just exercised your bike.
Let it
Which
get a
means
little
it
exercise, like get out on its own and stretch its little wheels.
Exercise, God!
I can't say I was expecting it to be using the cloak would have expunged the darkness out of it, but I guess it's interesting.
It probably attracted something to it.
You guys know that when these things what usually happens with these things is that they completely disappear. After you guys usually defeat a person who holds these or anything like that, both the cloak and the bike usually dissipate and like fall into the ground. This one you guys stopped because of some shenanigans. But it seems to at least still be here at the very least.
So I guess with that in mind, DM Saw.
What's up, man?
I guess just getting rid of the. I guess if you can't get rid of the person, then the cloak will just eventually fade away, and it took the darkness with it. I guess it needs the person to take away the bike too.
Potentially.
A weird caveat for magic, but interesting.
I mean, it's that way nothing can be, kept, I guess. Even though we kept a bit of it. There's not much we can.
There are exceptions to every rule.
Like my riding outfit.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
And then it's just look, it's there it is.
It's a cool outfit.
It's beefier now. Better than ever.
It's padded. It's nice.
Do you think you can get on that bike now?
I mean, I think it'll just activate now since it's a regular bike. And so he'll get back on it.
Card of yours as well.
He thinks about using the Dark Road card. He probably shouldn't. He'll probably just pull out the regular Speed World.
You pull out regular Speed World, you put it on, it seems to turn on just fine.
That seems to be working.
Yeah, that sure is working.
I'm guessing you don't want to try the other one?
You also know that as you look around at your junk bike, one thing that you do know, at least from going and getting Aurora, is that, hey, they had some nice frames and some nice other things if you wanted to customize this guy.
Yeah, we could pick out your bike.
Yeah.
If only I had the money.
If only.
I mean, you don't need the money. If you can get us some aerosol cans, we can pint it a little bit.
That's true, that's true.
True.
Hell yeah.
Custom
How would I
paint
customize the
job.
bike?
Get rid of that
Interesting.
weird get rid of that weird fan spoiler. fucking get some new tint on the windshield, get some name brand tires, maybe one of those shields.
Hell yeah.
Get
But
some
if only I had the
suspension in
money.
there.
Oh
I-
yeah, baby.
I sure only have $2,000, which you'd think is a lot, but it's not.
A lot.
It's dual
mean-
points, not dollars. Come on.
I'm sorry.
That's like
You're
having
right,
that's like having
dollars.
$200.
That's like having 200 Poké dollars.
I mean, still, you know, you can go get a burger, real good. Also, 16 minutes ago, there was some things. I also missed a few things. Hold on,
Oh, okay.
I missed
Let's go.
Dragon Shadow gifting some subs, gifting 5
yeah.
subs. So thank you very much, Dragon Shadow,
Thank you, man.
for the 5 subs, as well as I think they also resubscribed. So thank you very much, much appreciated, much
Heck yeah.
appreciated. However, from Mars, the Devil of Naps, they donate $240.
Yeah.
It says 2 prestiges for Majesty's Devil Ruler,
Why? Why now?
a fake card for Riku, and one prestige for Mr. Yalurnger.
I mean, thanks for the Yalurnger one. We get stuff for that at least, but what the fuck, guys? I have
Mars,
nothing,
Average
guys.
donation.
Guys, help, I
Mars.
have nothing. How am I gonna fight him? Guys!
You'll be
Your
fine,
card,
you'll be
stupid.
With your card, stupid.
fine. Yeah.
With your
boxing
card,
ring.
stupid. Wow.
I mean, damn, I got schooled there, I guess.
Your card, stupid.
I'm spitting straight facts. I don't know what to tell you.
You probably don't need a copy and paste app like to activate it.
Well, don't worry, because we're in nebulous, non-used card right now time.
Cool.
Maybe in 5 minutes, whenever I do the other
Cool.
things that we need.
Yeah.
Because also, you guys would get the guidance tokens, so...
Heck yeah.
Oh, there we go. It finally started doing things again. 1, 2, 3,
The
4,
shadow
1, 2, 3, 4.
tokens for one, and the tokens for the other one.
And some shadow tokens. Let's get those shadow tokens.
So many Shadow token.
My enemy, Shadow.
There we are. How many do we
The
have?
Shedchog.
Not 30.
Well, we don't need 30.
Right.
I look at all this and I'm like, damn, motherfucker's gonna pull out fucking his maximum summoning in like the first 3
Nice.
turns.
Well, you'll be fine.
13,
Pull out your maximum. So draw the out.
Yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Just draw good cards.
There we go. Wonderful.
I could technically throw, because I was looking at my cards, I could
Wonderful.
technically throw Uriah into the fire deck and he'd be fine in there because there are enough traps. But
There we go. I won't look at that for now. But yes, very nice. Thank you very much for the donations. Currently, we don't have. I don't know where Yalurnger is, so I'm just gonna just so that we know. I'm just gonna put it onto Mr. Mask here real quick. Just
Yeah.
you know, just
What? Keep it safe.
just as a just to keep it safe, you know. Just gonna.
Mr. Mask is just so nice like that, you know.
Yeah.
Kind man.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. But yeah, thank you guys very much. Much appreciated. Very, very generous. Going back over to here though, before Lindo does something he's gonna regret.
I doubt it.
I hope you lose another deck.
Imagine losing another deck.
You know, I'm here for it. It's fine.
You do find that as you check everything out, everything is perfectly fine. You take the Speed World card off, you get off the thing. Everyone is decently ready to go off and collect things. However, as Riku is going up to their bike, go ahead and shuffle and draw, man.
There we go. I put
I've been
auto
doing
bike
it in a
on.
while.
You're like, I'm not doing my
The
usual self. I need
immediate-
to start breaking some walls.
The
we go.
immediate card use. Let's see what we got here. Oh,
The lover.
we got lovers.
How many times have we drawn lovers in this game? God
Well,
damn.
it's simply the best card in the game.
You know
should
what?
know better.
Fine. How many times have we drawn lovers? You're right. Go ahead, draw on.
I'm sorry, Linda. Fuck you.
I will draw another card just for you.
Hey,
There you
that's not lovers.
Oh my god.
Well,
Why
I
do
don't
you
know how
deny
this is
me?
going to work.
Yeah, we'll put that there. I'll draw another one.
What do you mean?
There you go. See, problem solved.
So we're going with the lovers because that was the one you drew twice, and then you
Why?
said you were gonna draw the other two.
Yeah.
I will put them back. Shovel, shovel,
That's
shovel.
so fucking funny.
There you go. You have enough. How do you already have like one of them over here? Is that why?
Yeah, I got one ready.
Oh well. Okay. All right. One final
There's
draw.
one in the
then.
ch-
One final
He
draw.
had
'Cause
one in the
You
chamber.
already have that in play. So go one final draw.
Yeah. Cool. I will shuffle. Time
Oh
for
my
me
God.
to be unlucky and get the tower.
Don't do it.
And-
Lovers, lovers, lovers.
Hey, you got moon.
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 Hey.
You gain a
be-
wish.
Yeah.
This wish must be performed by a spiritual entity around you, and it is up to their interpretation. Currently, you are not really in the vicinity of many spirits. You have your own spirits that you are in the vicinity of. That being said, we'll see if we can just use this either. We'll see if we can mess with that today or not.
Yeah.
There we go. But yes, I'm guessing the four of you then will get your bikes together and go and collect them.
Yeah.
Yes.
At
Yeah.
this point, because there will be four of you, we can mostly say that things go well enough. There's not going to be anything that I can really think of to just absolutely just murder each of you while you're off to... while you guys are off to do this. You make your way over to Aurora. As you do, they are still awake. They are still in their crazy hee hee. I have fucking dream coins or fucking whatever. This is great. You do find that as soon as you guys go to take their large crates and hook them into your dual runners, they do have wheels, as we mentioned before, which is why you're able to reach under them and grab other things and yada yada. Because you guys are towing cargo, it's going to take you guys slightly longer to get back. That being said, when you guys come back, we will see if there is anything happening, because maybe things exploded while you were gone. Priska.
We just come back and there's just like smithereens.
I don't think we need to do my turn because I summarized the whole turn over here with art.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
Yeah.
You did it.
That is a
Pretty
bomb.
accurate.
I see.
You did it. It's a masterpiece. I don't know. I don't think I can do
I like
anything.
the implication that you weren't sure that it was a bomb. You needed to bring a second person to go figure it out.
A second opinion, like a doctor. It could have been like a party sprinkler or something. Or G Fuel.
It could have been
G
G Fuel.
Fuel. A G Fuel ball.
G Fuel is the bomb.
Anyway, let's do our turn like the expanded version of this image.
Of course, of course. You would make your way down. As you would do so, it would take you guys a little bit of time to go through the area. However, Bitcoin is mostly walking his way back and forth through that area, cleaning out some of the debris. So it takes you guys less time than you would suspect. Upon doing so, you also note Priska, that a little bit into the area where Bitcoin is patrolling back and forth, the tunnel-like area that would lead off fucking somewhere, man. You're not entirely sure where it goes because nobody's went down it. But once you see that area, you do see that there is quite a lot of debris seemingly stacked up in the tunnel. As you look over to it, you do see that Bitcoin seems to be moving some of the debris from the tunnel area over in front of the open tunnel that leads off to God knows where. As you look at it, you find that, oh, well, if somebody was going to make their way back here, they probably couldn't get past the big barrier that Bitcoin is apparently making. That being said, you guys still don't know what's on the other side of there, so you would need Bitcoin to move some of this at some point if you wanted to make your way further into the tunnel.
That, I think, we'll need a bigger group for.
You would make your way down. As you do, you find yourselves coming out of the doorway again. Currently, Riku, whenever he had left, had propped something into the door to make sure it didn't close all the way, because you guys did not know the passphrase to get in here.
Yep.
However, because he did so, you do find that getting into the room is relatively easy. You would show the bomb, quote unquote, over here, the weird jumblation of that I have made that was just a thing and a wire and a thing and a plug-in.
Is it still plugged in, or did someone unplug it?
It is still plugged in.
Okay.
As they check it out, they go, "That is a bomb." But you bring them over to the place you wanted to bring them over to.
Yeah. I just have to make sure that the bomb was, you know, not
a bomb
tampered with. I know it's a bomb. We figured out it was a bomb. However, this is where I want to put your expertise to use.
This is the terminal that you had spoke of before that has a passphrase, correct?
Yeah, we couldn't think of the passphrase, so...
This may take me quite a while to get through.
Alright.
As they make their way over to it, they place in their fingies, they going in messing about. I'm going to do a thing very quickly.
111?
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20,
and
nat
I'm in.
20.
111.
They type in a single passphrase, and they get in.
What'd you write?
Waterworks.
Oh my fucking god!
That is so simple, yet I know we wouldn't have gotten that, and that's more frustrating. None of us would have gotten that one, yet it was so obvious. I hate this.
You were, whenever you were in here before, you were told this was some kind of a water treatment area, as they simply put in the phrase waterworks. You're not sure if they knew it would work or not, but they get it on the first try. Upon doing such a thing, they begin to look around as a large amount of text appears on the not small screen, but the smaller screen that is in front of them. As over on your screen, Priska, you see what appears to be a section of cameras. Looking at the large wide screen, there apparently are 6 different cameras. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 2, 4, 5, 6. You are currently, the only thing that you can see on it is camera 3 being active. And looking at camera 3, you see what appears to be an overshot of you and gear.
So it looks like there might be 6 rooms like this one, if I were to guess.
Most likely, though some of them could be slightly different.
True. Is there any information on the other rooms, or is it just the cameras?
Mostly this appears to be different notes on how the water treatment area seems to work. Though, it is interesting. A lot of the information seems to be, well, motioned as neglected.
That's not too surprising, unfortunately. I mean, if you look around. So if a neglected place would be the best place to place bombs, so to speak.
Not a lot of area here seems to have been put up to any sort of code and around. As they look over things, I need to check my notes really quick.
1,000 Kaiba years.
117 years.
Oh, yikes. I knew the satellite was around for a while, but that long?
You know that according to a lot of people in Neo Domino, as well as people in the satellite, they keep saying that the satellite had exploded around a lifetime ago. But no one ever has exact dates, or at least nobody that you've ever asked or ever looked into had exact dates. Looking at it, though, she says apparently this has not been active for 117 years.
It's hard to think. 117 years.
That being said, it is very odd that the supply power that is here is even running.
Are you able to store some of this information, by the way, in case we may need it to reference it?
I have a photographic memory.
Oh, good.
That is why I'm reading everything right now.
That's good. That's good. Is there any way to access the power of the other 5 rooms?
Alex Soul says, "Damn it, Tess! I would like to remind people that the Tess incident happened around 30 years ago."
I know, but we love blaming Tess for things.
Yeah.
And Tess is also...
It's been a while since we blamed Tess for something.
Tess is a time traveler. Probably went to the Stone Age to fuck up cavemen somehow. I'll teach you how to play card games. Ooga Chaka?
Okay.
Yes, an Ooga Chaka card will...
So, 4 minutes ago, Dual Academy PA donated $6 saying, weekly... Oh, okay, hold on. It's the PA system, so... Weekly news update. Or weekly news update. Yes, one of the students in the in Slifer Red, Obelisk Jones, was attacked by a group of monkeys and his cards. Dual disc and shoes were stolen. Riku inspiration.
That's a whole
Thanks, PA system, for informing us this,
Good job, Obelisk Jones, losing your cards, dual disc, and shoes.
Yeah, Gear,
I'm glad that you're having. I'm glad that you're having pain in the third timeline.
Gear, I think that's
followed by Wheeler and the Monkeys donating $18. We learn card game from watching other hairless monkeys play. We learn how to use funny disc. We sneak into building, take cards, and see cart full of old food and bags. Oh shit! We take whole cart. We shall take everything we need to take over the island to Apollo. They have the drawbreads.
Here, I think this is just an ARG the person was reading. Let's go back to the lore information.
Let's go back to this information. There seems to be quite a lot of information here that I'll have to make my way through. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Let's see. What did Otto call them? The Divine Beasts? No, that wasn't it. Was it? I'm trying to remember what they were called.
Sacred Beasts. Apollo goes up and goes up!
Yeah!
Apollo's a plus 16 now.
Yes!
Yabba dabba doo!
His number increases!
That was the exact amount needed.
The Sacred Beasts. Let's see if it has information on that.
One second, I'm getting guidance tokens put on. My nose is itching now as well.
Oh, you and your guidance token skier.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
Thank
you guys very much. Much appreciated. As you ask about the Sacred Beasts, going to check things very quickly. Ah, yes, okay. Let me roll the big funny dice.
Big funny?
As Uriah's like, Priska, yeah? Your voice is the one that beat me in a different timeline. Fuck you, Tess. Anyway, punch. Goes back in.
There does not seem to be a lot of information on anything called the Sacred
Raphael.
Beasts.
My bad. Then let's get specific. What was Otto called? No, Uriah was the one Otto was called, right? Raphael was the one I beat. In a different timeline. That is not this one.
So what are you asking?
Okay. What about Raviel specifically?
Mm-hmm. They type in, they begin reading as much as they can, as they do. It does not appear to be anything like that in here.
Signers?
They will then look through. Oh, I think I found something. Oh, no, those are just signs. More signs.
Okay.
Oh, this is showing that someone has signed something. Oh, this is a section that says we can sign in this section. I will not do that. I do not want to sign it without reading the rest. And
okay, stop. Let's change things up, make things more specific.
Okay.
All right. Signer wings.
As you look through that. I am not getting much of anything in return.
All right, then probably not that information. Let's see. Zork Necrofear.
They will make their way. They will look through it. Nothing.
Zara the Mint?
Not anything.
What other keywords do we know? Orphans.
Oh.
That kind of fucked up.
I don't exactly know what I should respond to that with.
That was out of character me thinking, maybe they did fucked up things with orphans and that's part of Rika's backstory. Anyway. Prison.
Prison?
Yeah, the different prison islands, like the Dome Prison, the Triangle Prison, this prison,
I'm not getting anything about that. This is a water facility. I believe that you would have to ask questions about the facility itself or maybe the surrounding area. Perhaps about the satellite?
I guess so, yeah. I was just kind of hoping, you know? It's knowledge from hundreds of years ago. That's
117.
Yeah. Alright, water. Well, let's... How about the satellite infrastructure?
As
or
they...
blueprints, or, you know...
As they look it through, there does appear to be a blueprint of the satellite that I can find here, though there are some images of it blacked out.
Alright, which areas are blacked out? Let's see...
A lot of the underground area seems to be mostly blacked out. There is also, as they motion over toward the section that they have shown on the screen, there is also parts of the city that have been submerged that we can already understand are underwater. Other than that, it is mostly a map of the subway system.
So, when was this computer last accessed before us?
As they look through things, this computer was last accessed around a few days ago, as someone had turned it on.
Oh, that's us. Okay. I got scared. Okay.
Wouldn't that be a month ago?
Or however long ago. Was that before you guys went off into the thing?
Yeah, I think it was after.
Was it after?
No, because you guys immediately went out here whenever things. Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be
about
before.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, that's us. Anything before that?
Aside from the occasional flicker, there does not seem to be... They do seem to stop and look over toward a section of the area. That is interesting.
Here we go. Because it's interesting that this area here was censored, so what do you have?
Well, I'm not getting much on access because it does seem as if there has not been access of this area for at least around a couple of, well, couple of decades at the least. Though that isn't the interesting part. If you look at the underground section here, as they motion toward the subway station, the blacked out area around it is very interesting. However, if you look at it in just the right angle, as you do, you see what appears to be a large, almost area that goes throughout the entirety of the underground of the satellite. But one thing that pops out to you is the satellite area, the two subway lines that go underneath it, seem to show two very familiar looking symbols. I would have you roll, but you have gear here with you. They appear to be the two arms that are on both Street and on Mars's arms.
So no information on the signer.
I do not think it is a coincidence, but they seem to be in the exact same depictions.
And the arms, do they seem to be in symmetrical areas?
They appear to be opposite one another.
Alright. She kind of
again
puts her
looking at it as well.
direct...
You also see some of them go off into the sections of the satellite that are flooded.
Alright. She's gonna kind of travel her fingers from the arms and kind of go to the top center to see if it's blacked out information or if it looks like the wings.
Currently, there doesn't appear to be a lot of other area here. The two arms mostly take up the entirety of the two subway areas of the satellite. If there were any other symbols like the wings, the satellite would need to be around double its size.
Fair enough. So that's interesting information. Remember that one to bring up with the others.
There is another section here that I can look at. Well, it seems here that the lines that they seem to have here, the two subway stations, both of them have one in common.
They do? What do they have?
The Crimson line.
Crimson. Crimson. Crimson.
Crimson.
Crimson.
Blink, blink. Crimson.
Okay. Keyword crimson. Let's go.
Oh, all right. As they then type in crimson into their thing, I have a section that shows what we just learned, as well as the stairway to the Dragon Star.
That sounds important. Go there, go there, go there. Don't be censored, don't be censored, don't be censored.
You see them open a section that seems to be almost entirely made of blacked out information.
Of course it's censored. Who's this? Okay, right click, modify date. Come on, let's see.
You like cover the cursor with the text and you realize that it's not blacked out. It's like literally like the black square emoji 6,000 times.
As you look it over, as you try to get any sort of understanding of it, currently there does not appear to be any way to retrieve said information.
Of course, that'd be too simple. All right.
There
Keyword
are other
search.
things as well.
All right.
Other than the Stairway of the Dragon Star. Otherwise known as the Stairway of the Crimson Dragon. Otherwise known as the Sky Temple.
Sky Temple? That must be a metaphor, right?
It apparently is ruled over by someone known as the Star Dragon King.
That sounds like a dual monster of some sort.
I do not know what any of this means.
Oh, here's a keyword, maybe. All right, dealer.
You see them go to change things. However, as they go to type something, Priska, I need you to roll me for your diligence, please.
All right. Wait, do I even have that?
I am wrong. This will be your instinct, please.
Okay, diligence might be a different game.
It is a different game.
All right.
19.
Yeah.
Before they move on, you do see something else written where the area that shows the Sky Dragon King area is. You see a single word that seems to immediately want you to stop them from typing anything else, as you see the word Netherworld.
Wait, stop. I see Netherworld. Okay, let's look at there. Okay, let me
show
read.
the same you show the same thing off to them. There is a bit of text that does not seem to be showing amazingly on there. The blacked out text throughout the entire section about the Crimson Way, as well as the Sky Temple and everything like that, appears to mostly be calling off any big pieces of information. That being said, the thing you do see, the only thing that that is legible, that gives you much of anything, is the dawn the King of the Neverworld revives.
Well, Riku changed that. Anyway,
Yeah, I know. You're
The
welcome.
dawn of the King of the Netherworld revives. As you look further down the section, down the paragraphs that show beyond, making sure I am correct with my information.
I'm sorry for sealing the mouse. Hold on. I want to read that. Okay.
The only other thing that happens in the same thing that seems to be legible, that you're able to pick apart in the text, it appears that there is a again, like a sentence after it says the dawn of the King of the Netherworld revives, the heat of a newly born star. And those are the only two things in the entirety of the paragraph you can read. And even then, it is hard to read them, as some of the letters of them seem to be somewhat faded, blacked out, something like that. You guys are only able to put that together through you being smirked and with a 19. It appears that something will happen because of the dawn after the King of the Netherworld revives. Some kind of burning hot star.
Burning hot star. Well, I mean, look to the bomb. Someone with literalism might be thinking they're really fucking clever. But didn't we have the Netherworld King? Resurrection. They already resurrected, though, unless what Riku did was a part of a destiny thing, though the destiny thing is a very weird thing to think.
One thing that Priska would know is that currently there is no Netherworld King.
Right, there is no Netherworld King yet. Oh, we need to get Otto in shape. Ooh, okay. But then, a star. A star wouldn't have to do with the dragons in the upper world, would it? No, I don't think that's it. Well, then again, sign are dragons.
There doesn't appear to be much else inside of this area that speaks to that. There is not much more that I can feel we can find from this specific line of thinking. Is there anything else you'd like me to look up?
No matter what we look up, it seems there's a lot of censorship going on. There's no way to figure out who censored all this information, is there?
As they look through the censored information, they make their way down to the bottom of the page. As they do, there are several logins that seem to show that there are people with higher permissions than we have.
Better not be Moriarty, or I'm going to do something. Can't use acid because I don't have access. I mean, morally wrong.
Because it's bad.
Because it's bad.
Give me 1 second. Trying to see a certain thingy. No, not you. Where are you, you little fuck? I'll kill you as soon as I find you, because I want to make sure I'm correct in saying a name correctly. Where are you at, you little bitch? Ooh, you're gonna be in so much trouble if I find you.
Fuck.
Sorry, I didn't give you a
Oh, good.
Where are you at? Where the fuck is that card?
I mean, technically, if there's no wings here, then maybe the wings can represent a phoenix, and Piper could be a phoenix and a star, I guess.
It says here that the two people that have access, that have changed the areas here, are a user named FA Star and another user known as the Dreamer.
Dreamer?
Oh, my bad. The Crimson Dreamer.
I see. I see.
It appears that one of those two users are the only two users that would have the permissions to be able to do this.
Dreamer, Crimson Dreamer sounds very familiar. FA also kind of sounds familiar, but that could be a card coincidence. Alright. For now, before we start heading out, where are we in this map?
Right there. They point.
Right.
You would know, looking at your overworld map here, you are essentially near the dead center of the satellite.
Of course, we're the center. I was kind of hoping we'd be symmetrical. Alright. Well, I do want to check out these arms. Have we been to these arms before?
They are subway routes.
Yeah, have we been there before?
You walk those all the time.
Oh. Well, good to know. It's frustrating they censored a lot of information from us, but at least we have a map we could compare with the modern day. Alright. Let's go roll around. You try to remember as much as you can.
I should be able to remember at least the information we've gone over right now.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be able to get much information because of the censorship, but what we do have, we might be able to do something with, especially the dragon and the stars and all that.
It makes me think. If you are true that the person that made this or said this thing is being practical about these bombs, does that mean that they know about the Netherworld King?
That's what I'm wondering. I have a feeling the police are involved in some way. I know that's saying a lot. The police have been very subtle.
They ran away just before all this happened.
Yep, subtly. And Moriar did say something foreboding. And,
extremely sus.
Have you been playing video games with those people?
I do not play video games.
I guess there are a couple more keywords I want to check before we head out. First, the Great Leviathan.
The Great Leviathan. Nothing.
You know, water, all that. Might as well check for crystal. Alright. Next, filtration system.
Filtration systems?
Yes.
I could not find filtration, but I did find the filtration systems.
Well, excuse my tongue.
Again, mostly everything that has to do with the waterworks here have been neglected.
Yeah.
These systems have not been turned on in around 100 years.
Is there a map of where they are?
Right below us.
There's even
This
more.
is the filtration system.
Right. I was just seeing if there was more, if this was just the only one. We're in the direct center, so
Mostly the satellite itself. Mostly the satellite itself is stationed atop of many different types of pipes and other things that are inside the water.
Yeah.
The filtration here was probably meant to get fresh water to the people who lived in the satellite before everything exploded. Instead of salt water.
True. Is there a way for us to... Now, we probably shouldn't mess with things too much right now, because
it also seems as if the waterworks themselves were made to aid in keeping the satellite buoyant.
Yeah, the buoyancy. I know a keyword. Warning.
You see the entirety of the screen seem to show many different warnings, seemingly pages explaining said warnings, and what to do in situations for said warnings. There are far more things listed here than you feel you could go through. I
was right. There would be hypotheticals, not actual.
They even have something here for in case of zombie outbreak.
Right, dual monsters.
Oh, no. That makes sense.
Oh, portal.
As they look through, I am not getting much on portal either.
All right, and one last one. Let's see. Hold on, I had something, but I got distracted.
Do you remember what it begins with?
No, hold on.
It wasn't related to Kiwi or something?
No, the portal was kind of a whole kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Like, if they had information on portals, they probably had information on dual monster stuff. Anyway,
yeah, most of the dual monster stuff you keep asking about, other than literally what I just said about Netherworld King, other than that, has been no dual monstery things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
and even then, it didn't mention it as if the Netherworld King. It mentioned it as if a Netherworld King kind of thing. It didn't mention a dual monster. It just mentioned the words that you would associate with a dual monster.
Right, now I remember.
I'm gonna roll something for them very quickly. Okay, cool.
I want you to look for Moriard.
Most of the information here is from very long ago.
Exactly. So if there's any recent information that has been inputted...
There does not seem to be any.
Alright. Good to know. So people are accessing the information but not adding on too much. Well...
You had said that this place was completely shut down before you made your way here.
True.
I do not believe anyone has accessed this information in a long time.
Alright. Let's do a keyword search of those two users you mentioned and then find out there's nothing, and then we should probably move on.
as you say that, they will do this futile search that will return nothing. However, I'm going to do one final roll for them.
God, I wish I was there.
What? Okay, tell me.
Don't worry about it.
5.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing. If you guys think that Priska would know something, go ahead and let him know.
If there are cameras, are there logs of the videotaping?
Again, nobody seems to have activated this stuff in quite a while. Like, nobody has turned these terminals on in about 100 years.
Yeah, and if there were video logs, it probably...
You have to think of it like this. When this place exploded, most people who would have had the passwords for this place would have also potentially exploded.
Yep.
Either that or they got the fuck out of the satellite.
Yeah, I guess we'll look for video logs.
No, I'm telling them that's probably... You would know that there would be nobody to... These things have not been turned on.
Yeah.
If you want video logs from over 100 years ago, sure, but that would mostly just show you people working.
The gossip from Susan from 130 years ago. Let's go!
I believe that the Pyro archetype is gonna be one of the best archetypes. Next year's gonna be the year.
You guys don't get much of anything else other than what you'd already gotten, unless you have any other keywords you want to try.
All right, come on, out of character. Remember, I am a very
I would say
safe
Oaks 1, but
person.
that's already been taken down, so no need to worry about it.
Submarine?
Yeah.
All right, we got submarine. What about you over there, Phobal?
Do I look like I know anything? I literally can't think of anything else.
Okay, submarine and recipes. I don't know, maybe they have a cruller or something.
So no recipes.
Damn.
You do know.
Sorry, Piper.
You do know that they do mention several submarines that would be connected with the waterworks. However, you find that each of the areas that say where these submarines would be docked appear to show flashes of missing. Either they were destroyed in the explosion, or other things may have happened. You also know that the harbormen apparently have a submarine that they found in this area. So
That's not too surprising. I think we estimated that, to be honest.
no, if you can't think of any other ones, that's perfectly fine. You want to make your way away?
Alright. Last chance.
No, all good.
Run away!
You find that
Gossip.
whenever you guys make your way out, that you do see that gear makes their way over toward where the keypad is, at which point, I have changed the passcodes for everything here.
Okay. What's the passcode?
I believe that if either of those two users were to make their way here, they would be able to undo the passwords or change them of their own volition. However, they should not be able to do so because they are over 100 years old.
Okay. What'd you change the password to?
Brotherhood.
Aww. That's sweet.
It is also easy to remember.
Yeah. Annihilation. Damn it, I forgot what it was.
I also changed the password to the 4-digit numbered password for the opening here.
Oh, what was that last one? I couldn't hear you.
I also changed the 4-digit numbered password for the opening here.
Oh, yeah?
I changed it to
69, 69, 69.
That is 6 digits.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
I know, that's a joke.
I changed it to 8,000.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It is very easy to remember.
And also the last thing people would expect.
8, 0, 0, 0.
I mean, it's better than 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you want to make your way back up?
Yeah.
You said I mean before. Is there anything else you wanted to say before you left?
Oh no, I was gonna say in response. I mean, in the dual monster related world, this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4.
As you guys would make your way back up, the others, you guys would go off and collect things. Aurora would be mostly the same as they were before, somewhat quieter ever since attaining their little dream coins, the little coin things that they had been so excited for before. As soon as you guys bring them over toward one of your bikes, they will immediately be shown to be putting a lot of weight upon your guys' backs because they are very much extremely tired. They would have slept by now if it wasn't for the fact you guys told them not to.
It is fine. We have arrived. They can sleep in a comfortable place.
You guys would bring them over. Upon doing so, you guys would get the crates out and place them off to the sides of your room. Upon letting Aurora in, they seem to make their way over toward the areas where you guys put the crates. We will say over here, and literally just lay down on the floor next to them. Almost immediately, as they do this, and you guys go to protest them laying down on the cold ground, you guys hear them snoring.
She's real quick.
As you guys get them in here, the 5 large crates that you guys have pulled into here, basically around them, they are now more than happy to go into a restful, very restful sleep. Of course, they do seem to have their head on a bag that they had.
I was gonna suggest giving her your bed, Otto. Points to it since it's just there.
I'm gonna steal Otto's bed.
My bed. How could you suggest this? I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt, yeah.
Can't believe you guys are gonna take her and move her.
No, I was gonna bring my stuff over to her.
Local gang steals innocent woman.
Local gang provides bed to innocent woman. That's the title.
Oh, no.
We're in Fox News. We're not getting a good headline.
We gotta do the Fox News cover of it. Local gang treats woman like they can't get a bed themselves.
What?
How dare.
Taking the job of innocent woman.
Do you think Fox News cares about women?
Oh, right. Innocent worker.
You think Fox News cares about workers?
Innocent
They like to make it sound like they do.
They do like to make it sound like they do.
Innocent bed corporation lost money from people lending out beds.
You can't just share your bed, all right? No matter what, no matter what we said before about
first people have been taking the tags off beds and now they're sharing them. What's the point? I'm losing business. Like Netflix, I should put like shock therapy if it doesn't recognize your fucking signature.
Agreed.
Jesus Christ.
I made
if you want to have sex, you gotta pay extra for the bed rental.
I made a little bed. They have bed now.
Oh, God bless.
Yep,
Oh, it's a good day.
Also, I finished the thingy.
Yay, it's fully colored.
Yeah.
Finished a thingy?
Yeah.
It's in the
in
the
chat.
Oh, let me see.
The chat.
Oh my God.
Oh, that one. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
So that's the thumbnail for 5Darps Become Human.
Yeah.
Piper is going backwards. On
Speaking
of
that, I did now look over. There are a couple. There is a new donation, 2 new donations. One from Monkey Jones. I saw a blue clothed monkey today. I see his funny hair and stuff. I couldn't believe there to be anyone cooler than me, Monkey Jones. Then I decided to jump him and take all his things and his sunglasses. Now I am forever the coolest. To the Dark Lord Apollo.
Yes!
Or
Wait, no,
Lord
which one is
Dark
that?
Apollo. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's like which one is that one?
Dark Apollo.
And then finally, to end off the day in the third world, the third timeline that exists, Parallel Riku donated $6, saying,
My guy.
I overheard a student say all cards want to be played. I'll need to talk to that student because I have only ever heard that said by people from the satellite. Riku inspiration.
It's true.
Perfect. We've done it.
Perfect.
Copy. Blip, blip, blip. And for Dark
Since Apollo's the space program, would the opposite of Apollo be Titanic?
Shut up, Will.
No respect. No respect.
Nope. None for you.
You want respect in this economy?
A little.
Dark.
But no, we should all respect and love each other, especially in this economy. Capitalism is trying to tear us all apart, but it's actually community that's the best solution for a lot of the problems we have.
Nice. I made a Dark Apollo inspiration because we don't have a token to put that on.
Penis, vagina, penis, nipples.
Good, good, good. As you bring over bedding and as you lay them down and then get them onto said bedding, you guys would notice coming up from the other area, Priska and Gear would make their way up into the area with all of you. As you guys are now all together again. Look at that. Very good.
You guys got anything useful then? I see this place haven't exploded.
We got a bit of information. Also, Otto, they did not unplug.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, we did manage to get into the computer. We got quite a bit of information, but also none at all because of all the censorship there was.
Someone went through and
name-
completely wiped a lot of things clean.
Yeah,
Either before or after the Great Explosion.
the names of those that had access being what was it?
FA Star and Crimson Dreamer.
Nothing?
Those are some interesting names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
I swore
I mean,
Crimson
FA
Dreamer was gonna get a reaction. Nothing?
I mean, yeah, just hold
I
on,
mean-
give me a moment.
You know about the
FA
Dreamers.
should just be what the association at that point, and the second one. I'm not sure.
Mm.
I mean, we've only heard of one other Dreamer thing that isn't, you know, the card ones, which is the Dreamer's Traverse.
Well, I mean, all the cards that had the little dragon that said Dreamers in it, didn't it? And that weird fetus monster that you showed us that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that weird one that I talked about, because I remembered it existed.
Speaking of dragon, there's a bit of information on that. I'm going to. You know what? How about we get a nice big blah here? What do you think, Voice in the Sky?
I'll allow it.
Why the
Being
f-
passed?
Why the hell is all that information in a waterworks filtration system?
I mean, it probably means the satellite had a second purpose while being built.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was lying character. Priska doesn't do that. That was me. Priska wouldn't say that anyway.
That's weird.
Definitely strange, but not too surprising.
We do not know exactly what leads up into what, as there were a couple of sentences that were blacked out, but the only thing that we could gain that we had much information on that shouldn't have been down there was something about the dawn after the resurrection of the Netherworld King. Something,
Ooh.
something, the heat of a star or something.
Heat of a star.
Heat of a star.
And also, Street and Mars, their arms, seem to be used for the subway in design, so it makes me believe that the satellite and the signers might be very much connected, which isn't surprising.
Wait, hold on. What? What about their arms? Like literally? Like are
those two symbols that appeared on their arms seem to have appeared in both of the subway systems that go through the satellite.
I wasn't able to find your wings, though, Piper.
Still, the fact that they're even in the satellite is huge.
Yeah, remember this was an artificial island, so maybe the island itself and the signers are...
I mean, they could just place the wings somewhere else, like Neo Domino.
I'm wondering if it has to do with the Sky Temple.
Something, Stairway of the Dark... this is what the blah would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm
something,
sorry.
something,
It's all
Stairway to the
happening so
Dragon
quickly.
Star. Something.
Yeah.
That is
This
so...
is what happens when we block things. I have to remember what you has been said.
Yeah.
Like, Piper's just trying to drink their coffee, and everyone's like, thanks for the advice, Piper.
What?
What?
Thank you, Piper.
There are so many weird terms being thrown around in this.
But at least
It seemed that the only thing that was very fantastical were the things that we just said. Everything else seemed to be mostly about how the water filtration worked and how to everything get going through it. Everything that seemed to be more fantastical in nature seemed to be completely blacked out.
Though, yeah, the fact that the area we know is underwater is blacked out does interest me a lot, actually.
No, that area is not the area that's blacked out. I was saying that the subway that would make up the hands, part of that is already submerged. So like you would think like the fingies of like the hand, if we look at the satellite map right now, part of where the fingies would be in the area that is underground at the moment.
Ooh,
Okay, I thought you were saying they censored information about that area.
No.
Okay.
I mean, most likely they probably had some of that area censored, definitely. Especially, I don't know, like this area.
Yeah.
This area was probably pretty blacked out.
You know, the weird whatever was there that it fucking exploded.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
place where you could get some weird, fiery, windy feelings.
That area being censored makes me wonder, was it... It makes me wonder if it was an accident like we were told, or intentional like they might have been trying to do for the bomb we saw in there.
It seems strange that someone would go and do something like that intentionally, though I guess that does mean that they might not be a good person.
Well, it would be close to where the fingers are.
Fingies.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, what was the purpose of the satellite?
Well, before we know that it was supposed to, you know, block the waves, for one. And now we're understanding that it's got a lot of spiritual shenanigans happening.
Priska...
The satellite, from what we know, is an artificial island that was created a couple hundred years ago, maybe 150 or so. It was made to be an artificial blockade in case of any sort of tidal activity. That is why it is so high up, usually, inside of certain areas. It's why that when you look over the side and see the large gaping hole in the center of the satellite, it goes down so far as it does, so that the people who live on the satellite do not get affected by tidal activity as well. That being said, the reason it is so buoyant is so that it doesn't usually tip over anything for those reasons, though most of the buoyancy at this point has been submerged. Also, if this was a completely artificial island, that means that anything spiritual must have been brought here separately.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering with the sign.
Including the gate?
We didn't see anything about portals.
Yama did say there were gates in Neo Domino.
Yeah. Priska's gonna go look up I don't know if we have a ceiling or not. Do we have a ceiling?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
You're basically in a warehouse, so.
Yeah.
Well, no. Priska
I mean, this one is like the workshop of a warehouse. So yeah, you have a ceiling.
Okay, well, she's still gonna look up because metaphorically she's looking at the sky going, I wonder what the Sky Temple represents. There wasn't a lot of information about dual monsters or that world. So I wonder, which world does the Sky Temple exist?
I mean, if it mentions another world like that, then maybe the Sky Temple, I mean, it sounds high. Maybe it's the upper planes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if
Maybe
that
it's
is-
Cloud Castle.
and if another world-
Oh my god, Cloud Castle high!
I am the Sky Temple you've been looking for. I uncensored myself. But if those two we were allowed to look at, what information weren't we allowed to look at?
It mostly seemed that all we were able to gain from that were the phrases that were on the actual list themselves. All the information in it was completely taken away. We were just able to find out what the files were named.
Oh, maybe Guilty has some information. Piper, can you bring Guilty out? Oh, I forget if we can here.
You cannot.
Not in here, no. We'd have to
Yeah.
go to a place of more, spiritual wahoo, and he's in a bug right now.
Yeah, we'll do it later, but we at least
Oh,
have
that's
a
right.
bit-
You guys can potentially talk to him from the bike.
Oh yeah, I could just open Skype. Hold on, I realized I have Skype open.
You guys make your way over toward Skype bike. As you guys would see the bike light up and the somewhat now mechanical voice of Guiltia responding to you. I have tried keeping up with, oh god, that's not even, there we go. I have tried keeping up with everything that is new in my new job, Piper, but I do have to warn you, it does seem that any sort of modifications I would do to your speed would technically be cheating.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't worry.
All right. Then.
I assure you there's been worse.
Piper
literally cheating like 7 times in this game.
There was that weird time that a card I had happened to be Piper. Wait, did you cheat for me?
Oh, you just got... Yeah, I did.
Piper! That was months
I'm sorry,
ago.
I guess. That was forever ago.
So, Guilty, do you know anything about a Sky Temple?
A Sky Temple? Where did you hear that?
We heard it from the little information we were allowed to access from the satellite's waterwork system, along with another king, which is why we're asking you.
Well, if you want to know about the Sky Temple, there was a temple back in my world. Not my temple or anything. It was the temple of, well, one of the greatest of queens of the upper planes, known as Doriado. Doriado had these 4 elemental stars that they would use to house up in these in this temple that they had up in the sky. But that temple was destroyed during the fight. Whenever we had all made our way to try to protect them while they were summoning the Crimson Dragon.
Priska, Doriado. Out of character, me. Doriado!
So, I'm sorry, maybe I'm misremembering. Who were y'all fighting?
We were fighting the force known as the Wicked.
The Wicked themselves, okay.
This was led by followers of one known as the Dark Master Zork.
Oh, we never said interfere, did we? Sorry, that was the...
Yeah, what was that sentence again? The resurrection of...
the Netherworld King.
Yes. Something about the dawn of the resurrection of the Netherworld King. Something, 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 something about a bright burning star.
Does that sound familiar to you at all, Guiltier?
I mean, the terms are similar. When it comes to the Netherworld King, we've already spoken a lot on that subject. The Netherworld being the lower planes, so the collective of the world of battle, the true lower planes, as well as any of the dark forests and things of that would be around it. The desolate worlds, things of that nature.
One thing I'm wondering, despite the little we got, it sounded like it was a... I had the word right there in my mouth. It sounded like it was a prophecy. There we go. It sounded like it was a prophecy of some sort. At least the wording.
I don't know much on this prophecy, but if it was something that originated from your world, then perhaps it was made by some of the people who had first learned of spirits or spiritualism themselves. That being the case, the idea of the Netherworld King, as I've mentioned to you before, there are several kings or queens or rulers of the three major planes of the spirit world. There are actually 7 planes, but the 3 that we speak of would be the true lower plane, the true upper plane, as well as the elemental planes between. Each of them would have a ruler over it. The Netherworld King is the ruler of those planes below, whereas the upper planes would be ruled over by one of the great, chosen angels, usually, known as the... what is the name?
Language!
Known as the One Upon High. Well, the last one that was known, at least to me, after everything had happened, was Doriato.
Speaking of Doriato, you said that temple was destroyed, but do the ruins remain?
Hardly anything remains, from what I understand, as, well, you know that the spirit world was shattered when the Crimson Dragon had made their way. A lot of things have been lost to the darkness, including potentially most of, if not all of, the temple that would have been the Sky Temple. That being said, the reason that we had used such a place in general was because of the Crimson Dragon. That is one of the main areas one could find, some sort of connection with the spirit that was.
Speaking of Crimson, does Crimson Dreamer ring a bell to you?
I know both of those words, but not really. Nothing immediately jumps out at me.
Alright. It's probably just a username anyway, probably thinking too much about it, but thought I'd ask.
The way that things work in the spirit world, as have already been warned to all of you, we have a different way of perceiving time while we are there. Sometimes, whenever you make your way to the spirit world, things can happen within an instant that would happen in your world being years. Sometimes you would make your way in and you would come out before you even left. It depends on what section you are in the spirit world and how chaotic the energies are about there, which is why it is very important for all of you to leave the portal whenever it is those designated times. As we have already seen, whenever all of you went into the strange dungeons below, time can be frantic and change rapidly. The fact that all of you were gone, maybe from your perspective, a week, yet around 3 had passed for you out here, should be a showing of that as well. I only say that because if it was around 100 or so years ago in this time, it may not have even been something I was around for in mine.
If it was, well, it's probably not as logical as this, but what you're saying is if it was about 100 years ago in this world, it might have been a time 300 years ago for you.
Potentially, but it is not always so cut and dry, as I mentioned.
It might be closer to a millennium.
Well, even with your previous one, whenever you had gone into specifically Piper's, area where they had spoken about their past, you were all gone maybe a day, but out here it was around 2 weeks. It can be sporadic. That being said, it could also not. The main thing that I know is that one day all of that changed. And that was apparently whenever a large cataclysm happened on this side, which all of you would most likely be knowing as that large explosion that took a lot out of your home here. We don't know much about it on that side, but what we do know is that the energy that had been expelled on this side was felt and potentially even messed about on the other side. Some even think, in my order, back when that meant anything, that that sort of energy might have been what originally reawoken the Dark Master.
It's interesting to me that there was this design that the satellite once had. I don't know how much you know about signers.
I know basic information, the same that any of you would at this point know. The fact that they are apparently chosen of the Crimson Dragon. They are not ones that are... It is surprising that Piper has anything close to a marking of that dragon, since it would have been gone before Piper would have even been born.
Yeah. I'm wondering if the designs of the satellite have anything to do with it, and if the explosion, which I'm starting to wonder if it was...
You say designs of the satellite. Can you be more... what exactly do you mean?
Within the satellite, there seems to be an intentional design within the subways and the pipes that create the symbols that we've seen of signers with the arms and fingers.
You are meaning geoglyphs?
Essentially, yeah.
Geoglyphs. Oh, that would have been a good keyword to check, but yeah.
I do not know if that would be something that you would use in your society, but I do know that there are many societies out there that use glyphs or wards or warding throughout their history, one of which being to seal something away. Though, I suppose, if there are...
Like those obelisks!
Potentially. Though, I suppose if there are geoglyphs that show the symbols of the Crimson Dragon, perhaps that is why those symbols still exist. Maybe those geoglyphs are holding some part of that power to your world. Which would be rather impressive, first off, but also very good, which would mean that some part of the Crimson Dragon still exists in your world.
And that might also mean that part of the Crimson Dragon is permanently damaged.
The one thing we would know is if that was the case, well, we would know that the Crimson Dragon does not seem hindered by it. If this was something that was built inside of your satellite, for example, again, the Crimson Dragon only left a little bit before some of you were born. But your satellite has been here far, far longer. Whenever I last saw the Crimson Dragon, they were not in any way lesser than I would have ever expected them to be.
I wonder how much of the information that's lost because of censorship has to do with the Crimson Dragon and their current whereabouts?
I do not believe hardly anyone would know of their current whereabouts. It is not something that those on this side would know. Or maybe they do. The spirits that have been lost in the shattering do seem to be returning somewhat with your card game. But other than that, it is not something that is common knowledge. Not to mention, even if that is the case, the Crimson Dragon, at least the one that I saw, is no more. I would only suspect that some of the power remains because of these geoglyphs, which might explain some of what we've seen Piper and the others to be able to do.
There's someone out there that knows a lot more than us. And I assume they either are or have under them FA Star and Crimson Asshole. No, Crimson...
That was over
Dreamer.
115 years ago. Exactly 117 years. Most likely that person would have been around middle age, if not anything, in order to have a high enough location inside of these waterworks. Meaning currently, if they were still alive, they would most likely be around 150 years old. I doubt that they are alive.
Yeah, but...
Technically speaking, if we understand what Guiltia just said about the spirit world, it's actually not impossible for him to still be alive, depending on if he went into the spirit world and came out from a different portal.
Like,
It's
if, for
possible.
example, they went into the portal and was in the other realm for 1 year, let's say, there's a possibility that they come out and could range from 3 years to 10 years, even, as an example.
Or even they could just be dual spirits themselves. I don't think they die of natural causes in this world.
Dual spirits are not usually something that would really be able to do much. So, something like Riku and Kiwi are not very common.
Not common,
But
yes, but...
At the very least, they had a lot
I'm
of
just
spirit
saying that maybe we should think
Yeah.
of things that are more likely.
You know, you're right. Guessing
Like-
things is not going to help
Man,
here.
that was delivered with
Crazy
the yes of
theories.
God.
Us trying to fit the puzzle pieces together wrong, Deco. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up,
No,
shut up, shut up, shut up.
me just going, I don't want to have them waste their time with certain things.
It goes in the square hole. And this Crimson Dreamer, that's right. It goes in the square hole.
FA Star, you got it, the square hole.
I'm not saying that they aren't important. I'm mostly saying that potentially where does that put you, even if that is true.
Nowhere, effectively.
Oh, right. Again, it's from a misunderstanding on my part, because it was sounding like something that happened 30 years ago was censored in the information from 100 years ago.
No. The last people who would have been working in the satellite would have been here over 115 years ago.
So all the censored information
Would have been
does...
before things exploded.
Okay.
Mhm.
So none of the censored information seems to be weird considering current time frame, right?
Because right now, and from what you guys understood, Gear had said no one had turned on this stuff until you guys did.
Which means that for some reason, the Sacred Beasts had used me to turn it all on? For a reason?
Who knows? But literally it literally took someone walking in with a literal god of lightning to turn the power back on.
It took God. It was
All
a
of-
literal act of God.
All of these waterwork areas below
have been turned off for over 100 years.
I apologize. I just misunderstood.
No, it's perfectly
the
fine.
satellite water is so jank.
I thought there was information that was censored that seemed to be from events of 30 years ago and not
No.
100 years ago.
It's one reason why a lot of the time whenever you were bringing up things like spiritual stuff, when you were bringing up like certain cards and things like that there wasn't a lot of information, because especially back then, most people, especially like workers, wouldn't know what those are. However, when you bring up things like places, such as the subway or this apparent sky temple or things like that, when you bring up things that actually would be in like construction notes and things like that, those things showed up.
Oh yeah, did you get the stairway to the sky temple done yet, Jeremy?
See, that's the thing you should be thinking about. If that was the case, then that means whatever this sky temple thing is apparently was some kind of a construction project.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
But that also means it's not the same sky temple as what was in the spirit world.
Yeah.
Which apparently was destroyed.
Yeah. Okay, to go back to when Priska was looking at the sky, talking about the sky temple. Let's go back to Priska looking to the sky.
I don't like trying to pull you guys back from wild goose chases, but it is this in particular. There's a lot of information, and you guys could go in a humongously wide way, especially if you just start making guesses. That's why I was trying to reel you back a bit.
Gotcha.
Back to what Priska was thinking. It's interesting there's a sky temple, and this area is known as the satellite.
I mean, I guess it could mean the satellite, but it feels a little bit weird.
It is actually interesting thing to think about. Your satellite, from what we've seen, is, again, a rather well-off deterrent for any sort of tidal activity. It is also extremely high off of the ground, such as one would potentially call something of a sky temple, or maybe something that would be touching the sky. Though, I don't think the satellite itself, from what I know of it, if they would have a head, they would look over to Gear. Would have anything ever have been called something like that?
And the closest I could think of would be ours apartment, but I highly doubt that.
Maybe it was something that was not completed yet then. Maybe there was supposed to be a second satellite or something.
Makes me wonder about the prisons. I mean, maybe they were intended to be built as prisons, but they're odd shapes to want to design to just be a prison.
I don't know. I think we got a couple people out there that are kind of messed up in the head who really like aesthetic things.
True. I don't know.
Could
Either
be something.
way, the Sky Temple seems to be important, but I don't think we have enough information on it yet.
So, if that is the case, that we have two arms here, perhaps all of the other subways in Neodomino are connected with all of the other symbols that signers would normally have?
I didn't even think of that.
I guess potentially, but those...
That could be where the wings are.
I thought I brought this up. Cool.
Apologies, Linda. We might not have heard it.
Sorry, we're having a wild goose chase. I don't know if you knew about it.
Listen.
I'm just. It's okay.
I think all of us
roping people back in. We're getting around to the combos again.
Like we've had things we meant but have not been understood because we got distracted by 1,000-year-old.
I mean, I said this really early on, so it's okay. It's okay.
Like, maybe there's 1,000-year-old human that's just human, that's just 1,000 years old.
I guess the only way that we could find out if there are those things in Neodomino is by going there.
All right, let's go.
I'm a
Wait,
bit
hold on.
worried about doing.
We can't.
Hold on.
Well, first of all, we can't because the police sure made sure that there's no way for us to get out.
I mean, isn't that tunnel down there a way through?
True, but we have stuff here we need to finish first.
No, I agree. I'm just, you know, I guess devil's advocate on this one.
Okay, that is true.
I guess at any point we could have just said, fuck the satellite, fuck everyone in it, and leave.
I mean,
Yeah,
I thought you guys
I-
would eventually, because let's be honest, you guys don't like this place. I just
We
grew up here.
were given that option, but I really don't want
I like this
to.
place. It is the only place that I have been.
Exactly, same here.
Yeah. And I feel going to Domino right now, especially what I've learned about my mother, might not be great for our security.
Hmm.
I mean, just fight your mother. What's she gonna do?
Just beat her to death. What you gonna do?
She has a lot of money for hiring people, Riku. You don't understand.
I mean,
She's really wealthy.
Riku
I
is a
mean-
dragon.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
just drag her ass to the spirit world, what the fuck's she gonna do about it?
1 minute you
Exactly.
start reading up, next second you're in a Foxfire News.
And Kiwi can cut a car in half.
exactly.
Listen, you don't know the terror that is a lawyer.
I imagine that if
And-
we did not care for any wanton loss of life, then we could potentially do a lot of things.
Exactly. Problem
Is
solved.
this the
But we
time that we
do
want
care
to start
about life, I
deciding if we
guess.
care about wanton loss of life?
I mean, I
fuck
still
it.
want to kill
Not
beat down,
talk
so.
about killing my mother, please.
I mean, fuck it, let's just go scorched earth. When we win the tournament, let's just lead the satellite into taking over Neo Domino.
Don't worry, lawyers have made sure that the earth is going to be scorched. Don't you worry.
I would advise against that, because currently, even in the satellite, there is a smaller population than is what normal here. And from what I saw
Yeah.
of the satellite's construction area, as well as the map of Neo Domino that I got from the area down there, it seems as if the satellite is around an eighth, if not a lot smaller than that, compared to the rest of Neo Domino.
Hmm. I mean, the
That is
biggest
true.
Which would
revenge
mean the
we can get on-
population you would have to go in there with some kind of an army would be maybe something of about a 20th of the actual population of Neo Domino?
Hmm. You said you got a map?
Somewhat of one, yes.
I'm guessing it didn't include the subways?
It is only something that has to do with the area and time. I have a picture of Neo Domino from around 117 years ago.
Can you print it, or should I get some paper for you to draw?
I don't know if I can interface with the printer with my brain.
All right, let me go get some paper, a pen.
I don't think it
Hmm.
matters that much if it's from that long ago.
Yeah.
It might
mean-
matter a lot, actually.
It looks like
especially
a
with the-
big C.
Does that
I-
still feel like it matters?
If there are underground geoglyphs, I don't think this map would have that information.
Nope.
Hmm.
It would be good to have at least for later to compare with our current map.
You would know what Neo Domino would look like. You were from there.
You see, you were born there.
I mean, when we keep talking about the Sky Temple, that man, I really don't want to point out that there's like a giant floating thing in the city.
I mean,
Mhm.
here's the thing. In actual Neo Domino, from what you guys would know, because 3 of you are from there, one of you would have less information on it because you were inside of a cult area your entire life. But the other 2,
No.
you guys
No.
would know that most of the satellite has these roads that are high above even some of the tallest buildings in the satellite. Some of them peek over the road, some of them don't, but that would lead off to these large platform areas that are suspended high above certain areas in the satellite. These areas being the upper city, those city areas showing to be rather large and important places, such as places of business, places of entertainment, things of that nature, academies, racing areas, things of that nature. There is a large section of the city that is for the upper class housing and things of that nature. That would be where Prisca would be from, which would be one of the larger
of the upper areas in the satellite, or not in the satellite, in Neo Domino. It will be suspended above an area below it, which would be called the eclipse. It's called that because it is dark almost all the fucking time down there because of said gigantic area above it. None of them would be very Sky Temple-y. That being said, potentially one of those might have some kind of a place of worship or temple on it. Who knows?
Can you imagine they did make this guy a temple, but they changed their mind and turned it to a football stadium?
That's funny as hell.
It's still called the Sky Temple.
Sky Temple Stadium.
Get your Sky Temple spaghetti. Sky Temple spaghetti on a stick.
Yeah, instead of hot dogs in a football stadium, we just have sticks of spaghetti.
Sasketty?
Spaghetti, sorry.
Yes. But yes, back on track. Again.
The music is starting up until that made it really funny. Continue.
I noticed it was paused because Discord doesn't like Spotify. So, you guys would basically be at a standstill here. You guys have more information, but all that information is doing is giving you guys questions. Not to mention, it still didn't solve the one big question of bomb?
Yep.
Bomb.
That being said, one thing that you did find out, Priska, is that there are apparently 6 areas that are shown depicted in the satellite areas, at least from what you saw on the the monitor that you were on, which means that there may be up to 5 other bombs in this place that you guys have not slowed.
And unfortunately, the area we were in was more the center, so it's hard for us to triangulate where the other areas might be.
We were on area 3. Because on the 3, it showed our heads.
The first instinct I have is to make a star pattern, because it'd be 6. The 3 would be center, and then we'd be the boop, 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 boop. You know? But then again, it could also be an upside down star, which would be boop, 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 boop.
Would it make sense that those other places would be filtration systems, or would they be probably different functions?
That was the one filtration system. I did check.
So wait, could we just turn the filtration back on down there and just provide clean water to the satellite from there?
I would like to, but
it was a neglected area. There may have to be some maintenance being done, but potentially.
Yeah, we're not really maintenance people, so after we win and take over the crawlers, we'll have to start getting some maintenance people on that.
I will alert Bitcoin.
Oh, speaking of, Bitcoin has an area that we haven't really checked out, which we should later.
Oh?
Bitcoin had started blocking off the area that was open, that would be leading off a way that you guys didn't look. Basically stopping anyone from coming down that way, because you guys were worried about it.
Yeah.
It isn't a new area, it's the same area that you guys had seen but didn't go down.
Okay, they'll each other. Bitcoin's blocking up the area from before.
You guys expect that area is the way to go to Neo Domino.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
We just hear motorbike sound. Oh man, they blocked it!
They must have had some kind of fucking giant robot or something to do that. Oh shit, I missed the thing.
I could never.
About 17 minutes ago, there was another big donation, holy shit, of $300.
Oh.
Says, I need to heal the boss. 4 prestiges to Wicked Phantom Dealer.
I
Hey!
wonder where he is. I miss him ever since his arm.
And one fate card to Riku because I know he will choose chaos.
Phantom Dealer's like, well, time to walk.
Guys, I'll choose chaos. Woo.
Phantom Dealer's
Have a
like,
little chaos, woo.
Woo.
I mean, you
chaos.
already used the thing I gave you, so I'm just gonna leave it here, I guess.
Phantom Dealer's like, here I go, walking back. Oh no, they blocked off my entryway. Oh well, guess I'll just leave this campaign forever. Bye!
I'll wait for thinking clocks to be finished before I do anything.
Well, with Wicked Phantom Dealer Prestige 4 times, let me give you guys all of your fucking points. Keep going,
Let's
though,
go.
I guess. Bum 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 bum.
If I had to make at least a solid guess on how, with the way the satellite is designed, there are at least 2 of them are probably. I would have to say probably, if there are 6 in total.
That's probably an easier solution.
Oh,
Someone who has access to the archives. Remember, the crawlers have those. So they might have information regarding this.
And we know that one of those areas apparently are underneath the crawler's base. I might be able to get some
Exactly.
more information from them. If they have different materials in there, at least.
should we try snooping around during the tournament to find out more information?
It would be difficult. We need to get through those rooms without the sensors going off.
Yeah, right. I mean, they would maybe still need all the keys.
Mm-hmm.
We could try talking with well, I might already blank with Ruth about seeing to it. I don't think that if we bring it up to her, she might, I don't know, agree to let us do that, or she could look into it.
Depends. She's been acting strange, and not in the regular strange, more in the kind of head empty kind of strange in some cases. Over time, she just seems amused. So,
At the very least,
I mean, it's worth an ask. I'm not against it. Probably won't be me asking though.
You feel that someone is acting odd.
Hmm.
yes, her name's
Like-
Ruth. She was the sibling to Patch, and apparently has been magically put into the crawlers.
Hmm. Apparently, she wished for ambition, and her brother is, agreeing with it.
I see.
Probably the best way to solve that is, well, get her out of the tournament, but that requires dueling her, so shrug.
Is she actually been part of the tournament?
Big question.
I know that she's overseeing it, but I don't know if she also means that she's in it. I know that Egg is in it and also overseeing parts of it, so it would make sense.
You guys know
It
that
would
if
make
Ruth,
sense.
you guys know that if Ruth wants to take over the crawlers, they would be in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She would have to if she wants to take over, which means she's probably been winning her duels currently. All the crawlers are making sure she wins. You see how they treat beatdown?
I
mean, they
am
have
mostly
been
only
doing
asking
all that.
because there is a precedent with all of you at the very least.
That she could be
Serious?
possessed.
Especially since we know that apparently there was some sort of spirit activity in the crawler base.
Most likely. No, not like we can shake hands and say you're possessed.
Well, we can. It wouldn't work, but we can do that.
If they are taken over by some sort of spirit, as soon as they are shown that they have been found, they will most likely act differently. We can't assume that they are a friend at the moment without knowing what spirit it is.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if there's any other way to make our way to that area, I mostly am worried about these explosions. Not to mention, if all of you are certain in the fact that this is some sort of prophecy, we have to assume that that means that whatever this prophecy will do will happen once the Netherworld King awakens. But
Resurrect.
at the same time, would not doing that stop it?
I'm not sure.
If we assume
still
that whatever it
wondering-
is related to those bombs, then they are already in play.
But another theory I've been having is, instead of a prophecy, it might be the total opposite of something that happened in the past. Then what would the Sky Temple be in that case?
I think if we keep circling back on theories, we might just hit a brick wall. The main thing is bombs currently, just finding a way to disarm them or slow them down at least, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the one thing that we can do.
And currently everything is underground, which means we might not even need to go inside the crawler base. We just need to get underground. And I doubt they have alarms set up underground, but I could be wrong.
Well, if there was an alarm, we would have activated by now.
Which means if we think about where the crawler base is, there's probably 2 entrances to get into there.
There's also the pit. That's been weird over there.
True.
What was that pit again? What seemed to be the function of that pit beyond it just closing? Did you ever find that out?
The thing that you guys are dueling over?
Yeah, dueling over that I dueled in.
Yeah. Nope, you guys have no idea yet. Sure is some kind of a pit though.
Yep.
Has a very nice shape.
Now what we need to know is if it's Kid Icarus or Dark Pit.
Pit 2?
This
Too.
Don't call me that.
Anyway.
There seem to be some pipes which might lead into the crawler base, but who knows? They also lead into the sunken area, so depends on how much trauma you guys want to inflict on me.
Come on.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
Well, from what I remember, isn't that area the crawlers are in some kind of previously storage facility for energy? There must have been a different way to get there.
Cool. Remember the underground central part? The place where you were able to talk to Guilty when everything went dark, right? It seemed to go down, right?
Some kind of something in there, the generator or something?
If it's a generator, it might be a way to connect the 2 places.
Maybe. Still, it's better than nothing. It's at least a lead.
We could try and check it out, but that also means maybe delaying what's going on with the Netherrealm stuff.
The only thing that brings my concern with the Netherworld things is that if things are already in play up here, then I do not know if delaying the crowning of the Netherworld King will actually do much of anything. But perhaps the Netherworld King, whoever it ends up being, may have more information on whatever this strange occurrence is, as it is a prophecy that concerns them.
And currently, officially, well, Majesty's ruler isn't the king yet.
Majesty's ruler is not the king. They are not someone that I have a lot of love for, but they are an ancient spirit. I do not know how they have resurrected in this world, but it is something strange for them to have not only resurrected, but have attained the power of a maximum monster. Perhaps they have something to do with this great star power or something.
Then
The
I
one
guess
thing
it's-
that I worry on, again, is that whatever this prophecy means does not sound good, a great, bright, burning star after the dawn of a resurrection of a king. Burning is not usually a good thing in these sorts of prophecies. So either we would be following the prophecy's plan by resurrecting the king, or I guess just crowning a new king, at which point we would be securing this great star. That being said, if things are already in motion in this great star, these explosions, perhaps Majesty's ruler has some way to fight against it. Or at least some way to neutralize it.
It's better than nothing, right?
I mean, the deck I'd be fighting him with is a fire deck. And also I have Uriah.
The bright burning star.
And I also have Uriah. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally it, guys.
Kill Otto.
Otto's gonna fucking destroy the satellite. Let's murder
I mean,
him.
I'm just saying, there's also like Uriah. It could mean him. It could mean a lot of things. It's ominous, but
Well,
I know that I have no idea much on these sacred beasts that you always speak of, Otto, but some kind of an ancient spirit like Majesty's ruler might have more information.
And at any point, if any one of them wants to explain anything, they can go ahead and do so.
maybe if you stop kissing that sword, they might.
Fuck off.
Holy shit.
Sorry, that was Uriah.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize they were in me. I could have said something.
I can't
Or
tell.
they did.
if
They did say
They're
something.
about to kiss.
We flash back to the warm, embracing flames that have once shown themselves all around and had freed Otto from a prison of crystal. At which point he turned around and cut his hand off.
Shut up! I make bad choices, leave me alone!
No, I make bad
We're all
choices. You
stupid
make
at
terrible
times.
ones.
We've all made
Little
horrible
did
choices.
you
Okay.
know,
It's fine.
Mama, that I'm a spider.
Listen, no shit happens. I make bad choices. I got a cool outfit out of it. Leave me alone.
You did get a
That's
cool
true,
outfit
you got
out
a
of
cool
it. That's
outfit
true.
out of it.
Listen, the joke was easy to make. I'm not sorry.
I am sorry, but I'm not going to say it out loud, so it doesn't count.
Oh shit.
Cool.
So, tell Gahan to get his stuff ready and put. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go be on Majesty's ruler and get information out of him. Keep it simple.
Do we have the ability to go and do that?
I mean, by be up, I
Are
mean
you confident
duel.
in yourself? I'm going and beating them up, Otto?
At this point, I think I am, yeah. Beyond testing out my deck a little bit more, I think I'm good to go.
I have complete faith in you
Yeah.
because I kind of fucked it up the first time. That was my bad.
That was my B, guys.
I mean, I'm the one that lost and also
To be
You
fair,
know,
I stacked
ran
his
away.
abilities.
Guys, we all fucked up somehow.
Yeah, but I'm the one that actually fucked up. Like, I
did
don't
nothing.
like.
I have
Sure, we
never
can be
done anything
sentimental.
bad.
We can be sentimental and empathetic, but I'm the one that actually did the fucking up here. So.
Yeah, well,
Well,
time for you to
yeah,
fuck
but-
it up.
Mm.
But, like, I double dipped on our chicken nuggies,
Oh fuck.
Oh my god, you monster!
and Piper, like, did some jaywalking.
You
Yeah,
can
I
walk in the
guess. What do you want me
satellite.
to tell you?
While we are now in this section, I want to know. It seems that you guys have made a decision.
Mhm.
Stop me if I'm wrong, but Otto,
Okay.
you believe that you have the ability, at least, to take on Majesty's ruler.
Yes.
You guys know that there are only 3 times that the gate opens.
Mhm.
It opens at night, in the morning, and midday. You guys got the midday one thanks to the battle world shit.
Mhm.
If you guys want to go tonight, you could still make it to the gate. However, there would be a limit to the preparation you could do.
Mhm.
If you guys don't think there's much preparation to be done, you guys could just fucking go right ahead. I want to know, do you guys want to do this tonight?
But what about the forest?
Yeah, let's do it tonight. The only thing prepping wise, I think, is buying drawbreads for each of us. We need them drugs.
We need to get them drugs.
I don't know, man. I was kind of hoping for a good night's sleep.
Nah.
If a slight wind blows me over, I'm dead.
I mean, that's the thing, though. You don't have to duel. You're fine, Piper, because Otto's going to win. And then no one else will have to try to do anything.
Exactly.
There's a voice in my head telling me bad things, guys.
Because
Well, we
once
know it's not
Otto
throwing
wins,
kills.
then nobody else has to even use anything.
Yeah.
Speaking of Otto winning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to flip over this card over here that I drew after Majesty's Ruler got prestige a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good boy.
Because I got the 20 shadow tokens because of that.
Do something really funny that helps me more than him, please.
If you like being
I recognize that one.
that's a laugh we don't like.
I
I've
see.
suffered that one.
Okay,
before.
anyway. Nothing happened. Nobody worry.
If you like being, you go.
So anyway,
It's the funniest card in the context of the conversation that could have been.
well, anyway, what happens here, DM Sama? Well,
Oh, I just wanted to see what the card was.
Okay.
Don't worry, my dude. You're fine.
Card to bring in the conversation.
Don't even worry about it right now. You're good, my dude.
I guess the only other thing that I need to do is probably put all my spirits into the one deck. So 2 extra deck monsters and Uriah. That's basically all I'd have to do, right?
I mean, if you think all your spirit. Yeah, sure.
Let's see
Sure.
here. What can they do? Ansatsu's really good.
You have 4 spirits. What do you mean?
I do have 4 spirits, but I can't really use Novox and Law because I don't have I don't know what they do with one, and it's hard to balance in a extra deck monster and this girl into the fire deck specifically. When it comes to Adrius and Ansatsu, like they basically work together pretty well.
It's very true.
I
very
mean,
true.
yeah. In that case, you don't need to add them all to your deck, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Just believe in the heart of the cards.
I want to know, since we are essentially making the plan here. Do you guys want to make your way off to either Gahad or anyone like that to see if you guys can do any preparation you guys might need, or do you guys want to go straight to Cole?
Well, Cole's right here, I think.
Cole is not
No,
right
he
here.
left.
Cole went back to the gate.
Oh.
Probably. I think we should go see Gahan. Plus, we have a bunny that does card stuff, so you know.
There is a bunny that does card stuff.
There is a bunny for card stuff. Do we want to go see Bunny?
Just Wikipedia. I'm starting to think you'd prefer if I was a bunny girl.
It'd be pretty funny if you were.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty bunny.
Pretty funny.
By the way, King Midas! You have $60. Says to Uriah, let this signal
God bless.
let this signal your renouncing of the dark and moving forward into fire.
I did de-darkness the bike.
I am
So,
going to
yeah.
say, Uriah, being a sacred beast, is most undoubtedly at its maximum pluses it could possibly have. That being said, I will still hand over this to Otto because of that. Here you go, Otto.
Yay! Finally, it's been 84 years.
I feel like you would rather have that than you guys getting 8 more of these whenever we look and see how many you guys have.
We have a lot of them. I do not need more of those. I would like this. Thank you.
I'm going to prepare myself, and by that I mean my player is going to BRB for a bit.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
46 card deck is fine. Uriah can be summoned. He can have basically a maximum of 6,000 from what I was looking at it last night. This is all good.
Okay.
Look at that.
You guys would begin to make your way. As you guys would go down into the area below, you guys would eventually make your way off and over toward where the dungeons are. Getting over into that area, you guys are now in a place, upon stepping into this place, where people and card spirits can show themselves. Before we move forward, I want to make sure that I was given this. I believe I was. Going to... Yes, I was. Good. As you guys approach and go into the area that you guys see in front of you, as soon as you guys open up the vault door to make your way into the main section of this place, Riku, upon you going to close the door behind all of you, you see another arm sticking out and pulling itself through the area with you. As Riku, let me find where you are. There you are. You see this figure.
Yeah.
Hello?
As another person steps in with the 5 of you, you guys see pulling themselves in what appear to be a very familiar dual spirit.
So how are you feeling?
You see in front of you the card known as Anubis. As Anubis steps in and looks around and looks over towards you, they seem to look down at their arms, their hands, things of that nature, not really saying anything. As they see the interconnecting armors and things all about them, they move their hands in a way that, as if someone has never done so ever before, because they most likely have not. They would then look back to you. Things seem to be all right. And you? You hear the voice of Anu Purana, however, they appear to be different. There appears to be a almost distant sound to them.
I'm doing well, and I want to say thank you again for helping me through that duel.
That duel. Right. I remember. When that fiend attacked me.
You mean Apollo?
Apollo. They seem to think. You see the mask that they seem to be wearing. When they close their eyes, the lights that are showing inside of the mask seem to go out as they close their eyes to seemingly think. You would then see their lids open once again, the light turning back into the mask in front of them. No, that wasn't Apollo. That was
Yeah.
another creature. Though.
Yeah. We're being aware of that creature. Unfortunately, I have its card, which I should really find a way to get rid of.
You do.
Would you like to see it, or
Yes.
maybe bring out both copies?
You guys see that this this large, intimidating woman with again this floating sphere next to them. This you guys would recognize this sphere to be from the art of Imduk, the small little sphere that you guys assume to be the star relic, the thing that Imduk is the Imduk of.
The
As-
thing
You got a
in the
cod piece.
protect.
for that gigantic peen.
Yeah. It's
That's
Buddha.
just
What do you
Apple Watch
expect?
bullshit.
For that gigantic peen, duh.
Some epilogue bullshit.
Listen, I had Guilty Gear memories flashing back when I said a cock piece.
You bring
There you
over
go.
both of your quote unquote
Yes.
Apollos. As you show them to them, I'm gonna have them roll. Depending on the roll, things can get very interesting. So, the fun thing about this, this requires an extremely powerful spirit. And I never thought that extremely powerful spirit would be Anu Purana, because they had literally no spirit ability. Their spirit ability was, I can hit things for you, and Riku's like, that's okay, I like hitting things myself.
Listen, I said we could hit things together. That's different.
11.
I
They
would
look
like to-
over... Huh?
I was gonna. No, you continue. You continue.
No, you continue.
I was gonna say fake card, but I doubt that will help.
If you get a certain fake card, it might.
Okay, let's go.
Do you want to risk that?
Yes.
Yeah, risk whatever it is you're risking. Yeah, I'm back.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Woo!
Hey, look, it's Wheel of Fortune.
I love Wheel of Fortune so
Yeah.
much.
You're such a good.
You
I'll
found
get you your
$2.
shit in a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, all good.
Oh shit. I'll do a Destiny token too. Why not? Let's go.
You don't know what's happening. Shut up. We're doing a thing.
Oh.
He only did that because we're doing a plot thing and he was weird. As they would look over toward the two Apollos that you bring out. There's not much else I can say about it, though. This creature is hiding. Not only that, they are actively not getting stronger.
Actively. Huh.
I sense that they could have gotten stronger after that duel.
Mhm.
They could have gained power from me, but they didn't.
That's strange.
Hmm.
I guess we just don't know enough about this card. Only that's not Apollo.
It's not Apollo, and it got Apollo weakened on purpose.
I
Actively.
can't tell you anything more on it, but I do know partially of its name.
And what's his name?
The Pariah. That is the only name, that is the only word I can gain from it.
Pariah?
The Pariah.
Huh. Google.
Oh no, I'm just putting on his card so I never forget. I'm gonna forget this shit. I'm just putting it down.
I just fucking heard some shit and I'm just like, oh, that's funny.
So like an outcast, essentially, right? That's what that means?
Essentially.
An outcast pretending to be Apollo.
Is willingly not getting stronger, despite having the opportunity to?
For what?
These are not spirits. But I sense that the pariah is somehow connected with these cards here. After our duel, it could have activated a spiritual ability that it has. But it did not. And I don't know why.
Huh.
Speaking of spiritual abilities, Riku,
Yeah.
they put the cards back over towards you. As you go to grab them, they then grab onto your hand, and as they do, they will impart on you the wisdom of this.
Hey,
Yay.
wife.
If you look at it, it has a full list of spirit abilities that it does. For you may have realized when you got the card that a part of its ability was not on the card. That is because a part of its ability is actually its spirit ability and not the actual card's ability. So the actual card does some neat things. It summons normal monsters, does that good stuff. However, the spirit ability of it says wife, and it's confusing me, of Anubis. Basically, is she counts as any of the levels that were used to summon her. So she can basically make herself whatever levels of any of the creatures that were that had summoned her, synchro summoned her. When she declares an attack, she gains attack equal to the combined level of normal monsters on the field times 100 with a max of 1,000. So basically, she can become a 3,600.
Very nice. Anyway, I'm grabbing my wife back.
These things I did not want to put on the card because it was going to make the card very long.
And busted.
And also, if I wanted to have other people use said card, such as NPCs or the others of you, I would like to have them not be able to immediately like destroy all of the game.
It's fine. I just have 3 gods in me, so you know.
Hey, you're fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do much for you before, and I'm not sure exactly how much I can still do for you. But
no, please stop that. You've done a lot, and you're gonna continue to do plenty. I know that. Let's do this together, right?
They look to you. As they do, they give a slight nod, and you guys would find that Anubis would disappear. You have 2 dogs now.
And a cat. Who's
2 dogs, a cat, and a guy.
Listen, I would talk to Sasuke, but like he's on his ninja shit, like, you know.
Doing that ninja shit, you know?
Yeah.
I would talk to Sasuke, but he's not a cute girl or a dog.
No, I've been trying to talk to the homie for years.
I'm playing with you.
I'm kidding. Huh. Oops.
But yeah, you guys have learned of the pariah, just having entered this area at this point. As you guys look forward toward everything. Okay, I was gonna say I couldn't see Gahan, but he was just turned at an angle where I couldn't see him back there. You guys would notice that Gahan, as well as the bunny, would all be in this area. They would still be hanging out, doing their thing. As you guys come in and have that interaction, at the Momo, you guys could potentially get any cards made that you want from Gahan. You could also potentially use your your fate card you had gotten to ask for a favor from any of the spirits around you, including your new spirit buddy.
Yeah.
You guys could settle yourselves for any kind of potential ask of any of them. You guys know that Gahan was one of the people who had set up things for the Crimson Dragon, so maybe he has, or at least was one of the people who was asked to set up things for the Crimson Dragon, so maybe he would have some information on some of the rituals thereof, and maybe more things of the Sky Temple, at least the one that's in the spirit world, the one that was in the spirit world. But there's also Bunny over there who, I don't know, maybe they have bunny knowledge of bunny things.
I mean, Apollo knows her. Maybe she knows about the pariah.
Maybe she does. Honestly,
Maybe.
you might be able to learn some of the shit like that. As you guys would step in and make your way going forward, getting yourselves ready to potentially go for a final confrontation with the would-be Netherworld King. I think we're going to end things off here for the night.
We
Oh,
did it!
hey.
Goddamn.
I literally said that at the beginning of the game.
I'm kidding.
It's
dude,
also
I'm
not
kidding.
that early. It's just it's 3.5 hours.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty.
I'm fucking with you, man. I'm
Nah,
fucking with
killing
you.
Something
There we
going on,
go.
dude. We could go to Ferris together.
Got our tokens just organized a little bit. I you know.
What are you doing? What did you do? Where you at? What do you mean? Oh. Why?
It looks like a Kirby boss.
Why have you
Look at
made
it
this
grow up for real.
abomination?
It reminds me of Comrade Kiva.
It's surprisingly well made.
Why does it have
Yeah.
weird lanky legs?
Because I didn't know what else to do with them.
Make a little halo.
But they're not an angel, okay?
You don't know that. They could be a biblically accurate angel. Made up of eyes. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. It's perfect now.
Ooh.
It's perfect. It's great. It's also, I will also bring up one of the big reasons I want to potentially stop right now is that I am very close. I'm not sure if I'll get it done by next game, but I am very close for the next half of the rush pack. So if you guys do want to get cards, I wanna potentially have more cards ready for people.
So guys, next time, pack
No,
opening RP?
that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying I know you guys already potentially want to get some packs. So we're not going to do a full pack opening game. Nobody here wants that, right, guys?
I mean, I feel like chat would tell us if they want us to do more
I will
pack
also
openings.
say, whenever
They can be bribed.
whenever I get this next pack in, chat will not need to give you guys money because a certain reason.
Uh-oh.
They don't need to.
You will not be able to get through everything that you will get because of a certain thing.
You heard that, chat. That means you have to prestige Apollo more.
You don't have to prestige Apollo more. If you want to, it's fine though. Apollo's a good boy.
Also, because Otto's about to do a big boss battle, make sure you prestige that boss so Otto gets a harder battle.
I don't
I
think
mean, the
Apollo
battle's pretty
needs to
hard.
worry about that. I don't think Otto needs to worry about that. About that battle being too hard or too easy, especially with this karma card. You know, whatever.
I still think it's the prettiest card that could have been drawn.
So which one was lost again?
Can I just say the name? Because I want to just make the joke outright.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like, yeah, Otto's gonna win. Draws the loss.
I mean, it's his card, so it affects him. Help. Help, guys. Chat. I am no longer asking for your help. I am begging.
What does the loss do again? They haven't got the loss yet.
Yeah, this is new.
They haven't got the loss yet. They don't know what it does.
From what I understand, it's a meme that a lot of people have remixed into the point that you could just
stop.
explain it with a few lines.
No more.
It had an anniversary today. Not today, the other day.
What did?
The Lost Comet.
What?
The Lost Comet. That's what he was referring to.
The Lost Comet?
Yeah.
I'll tell you after it's not on recording.
Oh, okay.
Man, this is falling flatter than
You want
my
help? I can help. Guys, once there is... I will say this. Once this other pack gets in, they will have probably a chance of getting every single card inside of that pack. For reasons. Don't worry about it. You guys are fine. There does not have to be money given.
Lots is just like, here are the cards. Oops, I lost them all. Guess you can pick them up.
Say goodbye to Exodia.
There is a certain boyo who has been waiting for this particular thing to come out, and we'll see. We'll see how. We'll see how
Is
it
Daddy
goes.
coming back from the war?
Daddy?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called him Daddy.
Dad, just Dad.
Oh,
no,
that
not
one.
Dad. I'm not talking about Dad.
Oh.
Oh,
I know who you're talking about.
I was
I'll
talking
call
about
him
Phantom
Daddy.
Dealer.
yeah, him.
I don't think any of you actually know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we don't.
You know,
I have a couple guesses, but I'm probably wrong, so I'm not going to embarrass myself.
1,000 on the Majestic Board is what I'm hearing. I mean, that's up to you. If you wanna get him to have more fate cards, I guess that's fine.
Please stop. He's already so powerful. Please.
Yeah, like, I think a few fate cards, and you know what?
It's gonna be
think...
so interesting to see, because this is like one of the big losses that happened, and it definitely felt like a story loss, right? And
Yeah.
it's mostly because nobody saw this mechanic before. Nobody understood this thing. This is the first time we ever got to see anything like that. So it was definitely felt like one of those kind of fights that was like, oh, this is a video game. I'm not supposed to win. This is like the first fucking Dark Souls fight, you know? And like the kind of thing like that. So now going back to it, it's very interesting, because I do legitimately wonder how well that deck is gonna go against yours.
I have no idea how it's gonna go against my deck. I just know that if things line up perfectly for me and not him, he's gonna lose a lot of his cards into the graveyard because of my discard in this deck.
This is basically the Haseo versus Tri-Edge rematch.
It is.
We'll see what happens.
It is one of those things, and just to remind people, so they don't think I'm pulling shit out of my ass, we do have to remember that also he just has, as long as he has one of the pieces in his hand, he just has the ability to call his brothers to his hand.
Yeah.
So
You know who else needs prestiging? Imposter Auto.
Ah,
He's still out there.
Yes. Imposter Auto. Yes.
I know what I'm gonna do with
And
it.
Succubus Knight.
I agree with that one. Succubus Knight needs to get more. Needs to get more love. Also, their sister needs to wake up.
You know who else needs to get some?
Listen, I know what I'm doing with my witch.
Flame Cherubin.
That's true. I agree as well.
Hopefully he finally gets summoned in the next duel. That'd be great.
I mean, there's so many ways to get him out now.
I have so many ways to get him out.
Yeah, you can do it.
What will that ultimately mean? I don't know.
I believe in you.
I don't, but I'll pretend I do.
But yes. All that being said, my dudes, thank you guys for showing up to this game. I've been a very sleepy boy all day. Thanks to not having a bunch of hi PJ boy. Thanks to heckin' brain go mush now after that. Thanks to not having slept for a lot in the past couple of days. So it is nice getting back. It is nice getting back and checking things out and going for some things. By the way, Mars Devil of Naps gave another $5, says pity for Otto.
Thank you.
But why are you
But
doing
right
that? He's gonna win
afterwards-
automatically.
But right afterwards, PJ Boy gave $60 as Prestige Majesty.
But yeah,
Oh my god.
after this recording and this stream is over, Deco, as Willem Dafoe once said, sleep.
No.
Please.
So, Emerald, you got this still? Good luck.
I believe.
Do I?
You have to. There's no
Remember,
other
you-
option.
Yeah. Remember, you have the power of magical bullshit on your side.
You do. There's
And-
so many magical bullshit powers you guys have now.
I was on Saucer's thing that I could do it just once, or I could do it multiple times, and then okay, cool.
Let's see here. Pay 1,000
Remember,
points on
Piper's
point, activates an
throwing
ability,
skills are like on point.
that you know the details of and to get the ability. It is a one to dual thing.
Yeah.
On a dual thing. Okay, cool.
Any,
Although the negates
unless
don't
it
come
says specifically you can use it multiple times, it is not being able to use multiple times.
I only assume.
However,
multiple
it
times
is it
because
does
was-
mean a successful one. So if you
Yeah.
fail the D20 roll, you can still try again.
Yeah, that's all I meant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Saucer needs more.
Also, again, you also know that, especially when it comes to maximum monsters are of a different thing, and they can only be affected by certain things. But you know, whatever.
It's fine. Listen, of all the maximum monsters to have in my deck, I have the one.
You got the one that they literally told you to go get.
I have literally the one to get that will fuck him up.
He literally told you about this one in particular.
I have him. He's mine, and I will kick your ass with him.
I'll
I
kick
will
your ass with the
destroy
guy
you.
you told me to get.
I guess technically speaking, from what I understand of maximum monsters, technically Golden Emperor isn't, when he's maximum summoned, isn't affected by the original Majesty effect of negating effects, right? Because it's not specifically targeting maximum monsters.
Exactly.
It's just that his maximum effect lets him ignore the rule, rather than the rule affecting maximum monsters.
You may deactivate the effect to banish 2 cards from the top of your deck. For every 1 card, you discard. I cannot remember what you're talking about. My brain is not
Majesty's effect.
here. The card isn't here, so I can't tell you.
I literally told you he negates the effect of other monsters on the field.
Yeah.
And his
Sure, man.
maximum effect. Okay.
I don't know. I can't say yes or no because I don't have the card in front of me. The wording is what matters, not what it does.
Yeah. Plus, he's tired. Let Deco
Go
off
sleep.
sometime.
I don't
End
want to.
stream. Go sleep.
I don't want to
Don't
sleep.
tell him to do things. We
Yeah,
can't
if
tell
you
him.
tell me to do
Yeah.
something, I won't do it.
Fine. Be a
Exactly.
bitch.
You know
No.
what?
I mean, now he's not gonna be a bitch.
I
We
think it'd be
messed it up.
pretty cool if you stayed up and listened to my stand-up comedy.
So anyway, guys, we're gonna end things off here. And next time we'll come back. We'll see what is gonna go down in the satellite. Potentially the satellite itself if those bombs go off.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good time with that. I'll most likely be much more rested next game, unless I'm not. We'll see.
You know, I'm gonna do great stand-up comedy, like, how are those political sports teams, am I right?
Yeah, you got it.
Bisexuals are normal until a tall, beefy, threatening woman or a guy with long hair walks in.
So thanks for game, Deco.
No problem. Until next time, guys. Like always, later days.
Good boy.
Mwah.